Hey, David, we just went live.
Oh man, just in the nick of time.
We're
Got a
live.
phone call. Anthony's in the chat.
Anthony, put the link in.
We're doing it right now, Tom, as we
Okay.
speak.
See what's empty up there? See where my hand is? See what's empty up there?
I
Supposed to
saw
be
it in the
delivered.
video.
Supposed to be delivered today. And then if it does, Pat's going to run up and we'll get it all hooked up. Stay live. We're going to get it all hooked up and then see if we can. If it does what I'm hoping it to do. Hold on, I gotta get something.
This is pissing me off. I'm just gonna move a wall 7 inches, Dad. Oh,
Is it a lot easier to move the wall than it is to move the television?
No, not there. On the plan here. On the
Oh, you're
plan.
planning.
I'm looking at something on a house.
I knew you were.
And they're complaining about. Oh, it's 7. What does they say? 7.4. So it's 7 inches, like 0.4 of a foot.
Jim is in the house.
Yeah, 7'7".
Okay. Gemma, what's going on? So let me turn this back away. There's no sense in seeing that empty wall.
Well, I can't do that because it's 8'7" wide.
Are you talking to me again?
I'm talking to myself.
Oh,
He's got a job he's doing there.
Yeah.
We were talking about an issue.
So for 7 inches, they want you to add a head. Is what it comes down to, right?
That's what they're trying to make me do, but I got good coverage, I think.
Yeah, I think you do too. How bad's the water pressure? What are we talking?
What was static? I think in the 50s.
Okay.
Oh, 50.
Residual?
40. 4-inch pitot, 4-inch pitot, 30 psi, flowing 2,300 GPMs.
Okay. But that's not real bad water, but it isn't really great water.
No.
At least pressure-wise, I'd say.
And at least the curve is flat. The curve is flat.
Yeah. I would sit there. And what heads are you using?
Send you 3.7s. Because of the 50, I can't use the 4.9s, and that's why I got to reduce my spacing down to 14 feet.
Mm-hmm. And how much is that head required to flow?
I think 10. Yeah, I think it's 10.
14 foot spacing?
Yeah, 10 GPMs at 7 PSI. Because I got to stick to that 7 PSI minimum.
Yeah.
Even so.
Okay.
Sorry, David.
Work related here, or his work related.
It's the first work I've seen done today. Nothing but work's got done around here.
So the Syngin heads are lower flowing than the Tyco low flows?
Pretty well. Well, nobody wants to use Tyco, I don't think, anymore.
Oh, they don't?
Yeah. It's Tyco or Viking.
No, Viking's a good head. I love Viking heads. Okay.
And it's got to be concealed. So let's see. And they only have an LF2 flat plate and 4.9. See, so that's where Tyco's losing money. They're not dipping into, they got a 4.2 head.
What's that requiring then to flow at 14 by 14 spacing?
Let's see.
Welcome to the wonderful world of residential sprinkler design.
13 GPMs at 9.6 PSI.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And Senju's will kill that all day long. Yeah. All day long.
I mean, you got 7 PSI at what, 10 GPM versus the versus the 9 psi at 13 GPM.
Oh,
Yeah.
these might be the 3.0s instead of the 3.7s. So yeah, the 3.7s.
So a 3.0, what size orifice is that?
I don't know. Small.
Okay. Duh.
Does it tell me? It just say it's a 1/2 inch thread. They don't tell you an orifice size.
Yeah. That's where I go to the UL listing table.
Well, listing on the head, yeah.
On the head, and then you sit there and see it. I'm just curious what the orifice size was. Okay. So anyway, let's get on to bigger and better things, I guess you call it. The TV is ordered. It is supposed to be delivered sometime today. I've been test fitting all the brackets, making sure that we can get it. And so, if it comes when we're still live, Pat's going to walk up here. We're going to continue to stay live, and you can watch us put a TV together, and then we'll have the monitor bigger to where I don't have to get
the
face
TV,
right in the screen.
the TV will already be assembled. We don't got to put the TV together. We just got to hang it.
And it takes two people. So many times people have tried to do that themselves and had injured themselves or broken the television in the process.
I've done 2 TVs upstairs, both 55. Let's see, the 47-incher. No, it's a 43-incher in T-Dub's old bedroom or Pat's old bedroom, because they both slept in that room. I did by myself, and then the 55-inch in the game room I did myself.
Well, the reason why you probably were successful at is people underestimate how heavy those sets are just because they're thin doesn't make them lighter.
Exactly.
They pick them up and suddenly they either lose the television or they lose themselves or the TV, you know.
This TV weighs 16 pounds. Let's see, hold on, wait, I wrote it down. It's
16 pounds. That's not very much for a TV.
Yeah, it's 35.5 inches long, 8.5 inches thick, 22 and 3/4.
Oh, it's not one of those. It's not a real. It's not a real huge TV. Then it's
a 40-inch TV.
A moderately sized one. Yeah.
Yeah. If I put a TV in here bigger than I had in the house, Nancy kicked my ass.
I would wonder where you'd find room in there to put a TV.
No. Now you know. Actually, I was even contemplating taking this. So there's a bookcase up here with all my Chiltons and my books up there.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of taking that out and mounting the TV up there in the corner.
Well, the TV's for reading the
TV is chat, for YouTube, right? For YouTube mostly.
Are you getting the chat on YouTube or are you getting it on StreamYard?
I get the StreamYards. I can't.
Oh, okay. So. You can get it on YouTube too.
Yeah.
What I do is have two screens set up. I have YouTube on one screen and StreamYard on the other screen.
Yeah.
Now, technically, I only have one screen, but I switch back and forth. If I get the second screen, then everybody will see the side of my head like that while I'm trying to read the chat. And I think it's better for me to just flip screens and read it head on rather than turning my head. So
okay. So let's see. So now. This is
now, how's it being delivered, Tom? Is it
UPS?
UPS? Okay.
UPS. UPS is comes here between 2 and 4. Pat's seen them up here earlier than that, but that's what I can tell.
Sorry, guys. Fuck, I forgot.
Well, if I ever have to ship anything, FedEx, like to,
FedEx has been up here twice already.
I know where to do it now. That I had totally forgotten that FedEx has a hub here, and you can take it right to the hub. And they have an office where they have sliding. It looks like they have supermarket doors that open, and you walk in, there's a counter. They have all the facilities right there to ship something. So if I ever have to send anything to Jimmy C, I know where I'm going to drop it off.
Yeah.
'Cause it's not too far from here. So, but I had totally forgotten. Somebody had ordered I know they ordered a textbook. They're in school, and they got three copies somehow by accident. So they had to send the other two back, and not at their expense. And it had to be sent FedEx. So we used GPS and found the nearest FedEx, and now I know where it is. And I'd totally forgotten that they had a main facility nearby. But
yeah,
now I know
the big FedEx distribution center for us in the valley is in Henderson, where I used to work at the fire department.
There's one in North Las Vegas. There's two in North Las Vegas now.
Oh, there are? Okay.
Well, it's odd. I don't know about FedEx, but UPS, we have a big center here in Winston, but a lot of it comes through Greensboro, which is about 30 minutes away from here. I guess it all depends on what the origin of where the package was shipped, what center handles it. So,
and then I'm hoping Hazy comes on. I did give him the link because I got a surprise for him.
All right.
So, and if he comes on, I could show him what it is, and he can expect it in the mail. So we'll see.
Fuck.
What? Put the legs on. I'm ready. Bring me a TV. I'm ready. Better tighten them up.
Can you track it online? Is that how you know it's on the way? It's out for delivery?
Yeah. Yeah. I can track it. I've been tracking it.
I'm sure you have. That was
he's like a stalker. He's been stalking it online.
I asked a dumb question. I've been known to buy something on eBay and it'd be for like $10, and it would be a little first-class mail item, and I wouldn't be too excited about it until it was almost time for the expected delivery day, and I would track a little less than a pound, $10 item. It's amazing.
I guess it could probably be some OCD or whatever, because I give them 24 hours when I order something, and if they haven't sent me a tracking number by then, I'm screaming at them, going, "Hey, you had 24 hours to box it up, ship it, and get me a tracking number. What's going on?"
I have been known to order something not in the middle of the night, but like after midnight, and get a tracking number in about 30 minutes. Get an email saying your item has been shipped. Now, if you go on the post office website, it'll say label printed or tracking number issued, but that meant that somebody was up at midnight processing that order when I sent it in. Now, a lot of times it may be on eBay. It's just an eBay seller. You know, it's like operating their own business or something.
Breezy's Bike Shop's in the house.
Hey, Breezy.
I got on this monitor. I got to squint so much because the text is so bad, and I gotta move up to read it. And I don't.
Now you know why I squint so much.
Yeah.
Sorry, camera adjustment going on here. All right. Got to look good for Hollywood.
Okay. And then I was busy doing other stuff, and I had at 12:30. At 12:30 I will log on and get ready for the broadcast and just sit here. Then I'll leave it open with the camera going and running in and out, doing stuff and everything else. And Pat was on early, wondering where I was at.
Well, I got a phone call from somebody that hasn't called me, a coworker that retired last year, and we usually end up on the phone for an hour, over an hour, which is what happened. And I tried to get it. You know how you have people that
They talk a lot.
I gotta let you go. I told him I have 5 minutes before I have to get ready to go on a live stream. Oh, okay. And then it's like a person, not just that one person in particular, but they get like a second wind and they start trying to cram in everything they wanted to say to you in that 5 minutes, and you'll never get rid of them.
Okay, hold on, I'll be right back.
I hadn't brushed my teeth. I hadn't changed. I had nothing,
Where you going? Where's the old man going? Oh, I didn't get
No
my
idea.
I didn't get my text in there. I wanted to get my text.
I know he walked past the refrigerator, so I know it wasn't a beer.
All right. Can I do bold? There we go. I don't know how that looks though. Reduce that down. Yeah, that looks all right. Not like that, but took him long enough.
All right.
What?
Mom's, she was out. So yeah, so if Hazy shows up, I want to show him the shirts. I told him that I would get him once before, but I think that'd be kind of cool, walking around with a Las Vegas Golden Knights hockey T-shirt on in Wales.
Well, I ordered Chinese. They had a New York Yankees hat on when they delivered.
Mm-hmm. So we'll get him to stop wearing the Yankees hat and wear the Vegas T-shirt.
Yeah. Now that reminded me of Hazy when I saw that hat.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Yeah, he's going to wear that thing out. We should find him another one and send it to him.
Oh, I know where to find
Or
him.
everybody. Well, what we should do is get everybody to sit there and get their favorite baseball team and send Hazy a hat from their favorite baseball team.
I know the airport. They had them in the gift shop at the airport. That's where I saw it.
And just sit there and we'll just flood him with baseball hats.
But
I got his address.
Next time I'm in New York, I'll pick one up and ship it to him.
Actually, what I'll do is I'll sit there. What's that place, Pat in Henderson? The big sports memorabilia. What's it? Frantics?
I don't know. Oh, Fanatics.
Fanatics.
Yeah,
you can always check in on her with her friends on eBay. Somebody will have one.
Go to Fanatics, order it, and then the shipping address. Just give them Hazy's shipping address.
Yeah.
And let them ship it.
If they're set up to do that, sometimes they won't. But
a company as big as them, they're set up. I mean, you're talking ultimate sporting attire. Am I correct on that, Pat?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't want Hazy to pay customs on that more than what the thing's worth.
Yeah, but turn around.
It'd be better if one of us sends it to him and not declare value on it.
Tell them to ship it as a gift. We're shipping this as a gift.
That or as a gift. One time I ordered something that came from Taiwan and it said on there that it was a gift. Now, if they didn't say gift, I would have had to pay something.
Mm-hmm. And that's what Hazy sat there. The last time I said it was a gift, but they still wanted the declared value, and he ended up paying a couple of bucks. This time they wanted to know what the declared value is, and I sat there and said it was $20 because the 6-pack of beer I sent him cost me $13. So I said it was $20, so he didn't pay anything.
Well, even domestically, unless it's a diamond ring or something like that, and I wouldn't ship that through the post office. But
yeah,
I read this fancy book about 10 years ago because I set up a business on not Facebook, on eBay. One of the things is that, all right, declare a value on something you're sending through the post office. Try to collect it. That's what that professional guy said. Just be prepared to just make it a business expense of yours to send them a refund if it gets lost in the mail. Because if it is worth too much to insure it through the post office, then use UPS. Use UPS if it's that valuable. And
actually,
if you feel uncomfortable about packing it yourself, take it to a UPS store. They'll pack it for you. And then if it gets broken, it's on them.
If I was going to send something valuable, it would be FedEx. It wouldn't be
or
UPS.
FedEx. Yeah, but this book was out of date when I read it, so it was probably before FedEx got as popular as it is now. But back then, you had the post office and you had UPS.
Okay. Let's see. T-Dubs. Let's see.
No idea.
T-Dub has no internet. And I said, when are you going to come back on? He says, nope, no idea. And so I'll tell him, okay. All right. That sucks. I mean, he went, 2 days without power. They got 12 inches of snow on the ground. They haven't seen the 30-degree mark in the temperature in over a week. And he lives in Grapevine, Texas. That guy has gone through hell and gone. And then he's got enough. Thank God he had a fireplace. But if he didn't have a fireplace,
yeah,
he would have had no heat because it was just a big camp out session. He said, I asked him in the house because everybody slept in the living room by the fire. He says with the fireplace, he was able to maintain 62 degrees.
Well, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't ever buy a fireplace that requires electricity to operate. Buy a fireplace that's either battery operated or operate completely independently from electricity. As I know of people that have made that mistake.
Buy a fireplace.
Electricity goes out.
You throw a log in it and light it up. Oh,
it was that kind. I thought you were talking about a gas fireplace. That's even better, the wood kind.
It's throw a log in it and light it up. Because that's what he did, and he said he had stockpiled enough wood to get through. He was thinking maybe about a week and a half. So. The other thing I told him to do, I sat there and I said, too bad he's got a wooden deck out back and it's falling apart, and he's renting this house. And I said, too bad your deck was all stained. And you go, why? I said, firewood.
Well, that deck's probably made out of treated lumber too, which you do not burn in your house.
No,
it has
not
cuprous oxide in it.
David, the way this thing's crumbling apart, it's not treated lumber. It's
but
not treated.
The stain might even create fumes.
Yeah, that's why I said. That's why I
wouldn't burn that in the house because there are vapors that can come off of that.
That's why I told him too bad it's stained because that could be a great.
Well, when my dad built his addition, he asked the city when he went to get his permit. He said, "Well, how come I can't build it out of treated lumber so it wouldn't rot?" And they told him they don't have anybody build anything framing inside the house out of treated lumber in case it catches on fire. There's too much of a risk of the fumes from the wood burning killing somebody.
Yeah, the off-gassing from the chemical that the wood.
Whatever chemical they treated the lumber with.
Yeah.
You don't want to use any treated lumber in the interior. But you could use it for deck or whatever, but
just before I was leaving the fire service in retirement, they had a paint out, or starting to develop a paint, a fire treated paint, that once you painted this and it sit there and at temperatures, it was unbelievable how long this paint would protect the wood. And I haven't heard anything more about it, so maybe T-Dub probably be the one to ask with his fingers in the industry. Pat and I are just kept in a shell in this valley. You don't find out too much.
It sounds like it would be too expensive to market. I can only see that paint being used in specialized.
No, because there was I watched a TV home improvement show with Mike Holmes called Homes on Homes.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike Holmes is a contractor up in Canada. And I've been watching, and he sits there and he brought this pink lumber on this one build, and he sat there and he says, it's new out. He says, the pink is the fire treatment on the lumber. He says,
oh, okay.
So I'm assuming it's got to be because he built this whole addition out of this pink lumber and remodeled the guy's basement using it too. So. But it would be neat to know if that paint's still available.
Yeah.
Or how far have they developed it? Let's say. Let me rephrase that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah. So let's see. Waiting for the TV. I got the interior stripped out of the Camaro, pretty much. I haven't held these. Hold on, let me get one.
Oh man, there's already a file there named it. Oh, it's the same shit. Pardon my French.
Pardon your French.
Trying to see if they give me a lot fit, like if they're going to show me how the house is going to sit on the lot. And he's like, what do you mean, civil? I was like, oh no. I said, do you know how the house is going to sit on the lot?
I would have said on its foundation. How does your house sit on your lot?
And I was like, where's it going to be? And that's what I said. I go, so where's it going to be in respect? I need to figure out how much for underground length. Oh, I don't know. All right, good. Cool. Garbage in equals garbage out.
Yeah. These are the wheel house panels I made for the car when I put the back seat in from the.
Yeah, present yourself, Tom.
Huh?
Present yourself.
Okay. Yeah, these are the wheelhouse panels I made.
Yeah, I was afraid people wouldn't be able to see that. You made that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fairly
Now we
simple.
see what you've been up to. Okay.
Well, no, I made these a long time ago, David. If you go back in some of my old videos.
Is that fiberglass stuff?
Well, this is fleece in the back. This is fleece.
Yeah.
And what you do is you make your frame however you want to make it. And I didn't want to keep it tight to the inside of the frame. If you did that, then what you do is you take some
I remember that. I
real
remember
copper wire, and then you just hold it tight to the frame, and then all you do is do fiberglass on top.
I remember you doing that now.
Yeah.
It looked like it's made out of metal.
This is where the seat, where the rear seat folds up and latches. There's a bar that comes out here, and it latches right into there.
Yeah, I remember you doing that now. That was a while back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But now I haven't had it. You can even use tape.
Yeah, I know when I read up on doing.
That's green tape.
Yeah, when I read up on doing fiberglass repairs on boats, in fact, I have the book. They said to use a paper bag, the brown paper that they said you cut a grocery sack up. You know, like if you were making a repair.
And here's a piece of PVC pipe.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it?
I think this is a couple. Yeah, I just threw this thing together with everything I had laying around.
Yeah, they just said you could just paint it over anything, paint it over paper or whatever, just whatever your form, what you want to make your form, and then you just keep adding layers and it gets stronger and stronger and stronger.
But
Yeah.
the key is for me, the key is using the fleece. I've yet to do it. Stay up there now. Don't fall down.
That's the first time I've seen that done. I would think it would soak through a little bit, but maybe not.
No, the fleece is very absorbent, and it'll get the backside on the first coat
Mm-hmm.
wet. But yeah. But yeah, I've been thinking of taking those down to an upholstery shop and have them put like that high density memory foam on there that they use for upholstery over the panel, and then just
They shouldn't have trouble doing that. I know somebody that can do that.
Yeah, that would sit there and oh, excuse me, and would smooth it out rather than showing the ribs the way it does.
Oh, that wouldn't be a problem for them at all.
Yeah.
Anybody that can do upholstery can do that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we're still got more wiring cleanup and everything else to do in the Camaro before we even go. And we're not even at temperature out there to start paint or spraying anything anymore. We have been bouncing from the 40s to the upper 50s. I think today we're going to be, what, 65? Pat, was it 65 or 66 today?
I think so, something like that.
And then next week we're going to be in the 70s, and then we're dumping back down into the upper 50s. So, I mean, we're no constant. So I can't paint this thing with the lizard skin because I have to have 24 to 36 hours of the same temperature. And until we stop bouncing up and down at night, I can't paint it. So best.
Now, does that lizard skin paint have like fumes?
No. This is a water. The lizard skin's water based.
Yeah.
It's water based. But the drying time, you need to be at a top. When I was talking to the guys, they said you need to be at the minimum of 60 degrees for 24 to 36 hours. And there's no way.
So you can't maintain 60 degrees in that.
I can't maintain 60 degrees in this garage for 36 hours unless I'm out here running the heater.
Yeah, and you don't want to do that. So
no, I don't want to do that. So, well,
too bad you can't take it in the house.
Hey, if you're out there listening, jump on. I got some news for you.
Hey, hon, I have to put the car in the living room. Why? As you put drop cloths down. I got to paint it, but it has to be maintained at 60 degrees.
Oh, you didn't hear the end of it. Let's see, the second to the last time my dad was here, when he was here and he was up here, the single story was for sale next door.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at me and he goes, buy it. And I go, why? And he says, turn the whole house into your garage, your shop.
Wouldn't that be a dream?
And I sat there and I said, boy, the county, he sat there and he says, don't even call the county. He says, keep the bearing walls up, leave the kitchen up, just clean it off, take the carpet, gut the house, everything else, leave the sheetrock up. He says, then just drive it through the garage.
I think that's an idea. Well, you'd love this place I had, Tom. It was a 1,400 square foot house, which you'd think would be a small house, but it had a full 1,400 square basement, garage door. It served as the garage, the laundry room, a shop, and storage with room to boot. That was the largest amount of space I ever had in my life, and I really miss it. I'd give anything to have that back.
Yeah, I can understand that. Let's see, hold on.
And I could afford it now, but you can't find a place like that now for what I was paying for it back then. No way.
My dad's house was 2,400 square foot per floor. The house was 60, if I remember, was it 60 or 40 feet? Hold on. I got his plan, but
it's probably in the 60-foot range because my mother's house is 40 feet long, and she has 250 square foot house. That's including both Now, the upstairs is not a full story. They call that a half story. So
No,
it's 2.5 floor. It's 1.5 story house.
his was a full 2-story house.
Yeah.
Other than the stairwell going up, but then we also had a full basement underneath that house.
In that
So
one.
that basement was huge.
Now that would be a place to put a shop. You could have a landscaper come and dig and landscape out a space so you could put a garage door going into your
nice. When I got out of the service, and we were living back there while I was going to school. My brother Jerry had a brown Chevy, full-size Chevy van, and he had the extended wheel version of it. So
yeah.
he saw my van lowered with flares on it and everything else, and he sat there and he went out and got a set of flares. So he says, "Man, I'm going to paint these and get them on." I said, "Well, I'll paint them for you." And he said, "Okay." So I painted them down in that basement, right next to a window. During the wintertime, it was like 20 degrees outside, and the base pat right where the pool table was in the corner by the panel, that window right there. That's where the flares were all hung up in front of that window. That's why you saw all brown, like chocolate brown paint all around there, because I sat there and ran the air hose from the garage, from the compressor through that basement window, and I was mixing and painting his flares down in the basement. My dad came home and said, "What the fuck?" I said, "I had the window open, and I had the other window open across, so I had cross ventilation down here."
Yeah.
And he was all worried about the fumes building up and everything else, because actually the furnace was in the basement and it was a gas-fired furnace.
Yeah. Well, that was one of the problems with the house, was that you had to be careful with gasoline because there was a gas furnace.
Yeah. Gaffa, what's going on? Gaffa, the link's in the chat if you want to jump up. But yeah, so yeah.
Oh, there
that
we
was
go.
the only bugaboo was the gas furnace, but it was still safe enough to keep the gas can in there.
Pat's on the computer.
But you don't want to be running the risk.
Turn to your left and look out the front. You can turn to your left and look out the front window and see a UPS truck going up.
If I open my blind,
is it pulling up?
He lives down the street from me, so he can forewarn me on the UPS truck.
Oh, look, one just went by.
Right. Okay. This is where the camera on the front porch comes in handy.
Oh, I can see the big brown van going by out of my peripheral vision. One of the kids is vacuuming. Must want to go.
I can hear it. I can hear it.
What, the vacuum?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay. Where did David go? Get a beer?
I'm not sure. Probably.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, damn. That's a large scale.
What?
I just scaled up a civil plan I'm working on.
Oh, for that house?
Yeah, and I'm like, whoa, hey, look at that.
Yeah. See. Here. This is what I do to the guy. Hang on, I'd sit there and do this.
There he is.
He's here. My God, he's
Santa,
here.
it's there. Yay.
Yeah. He's not here. I'm here.
Well, I thought he was
No,
he's
driving.
Oh, shit. We're all
I'm
dead.
driving. I thought I'd pop in quick while I'm driving back with Chinese food.
Okay.
How
well,
do you know that's what I had for lunch? I was
hey,
about to
when
say.
you get home and you're all done and we're still on, come back on. I got something to show you.
I will. I got something to show you as well. Do you want to see the guitar I'm building? Do you want to see how much I've done?
Okay. We'll be here. Actually, we might be late. We might go late today because right there we're waiting for a TV for me to have a big monitor in the garage, and it's supposed to be delivered today. So.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was in
nice.
the kitchen to get a beer, and I was thinking, I'll go in there and tell them what I had for lunch. You know, we delivered today.
Chinese, every time you eat a fortune cookie, you end the fortune in bed. So
Well, those are all on the counter in the kitchen. I went there to get a beer, and then Hazy said something
then
about.
you add. No, this is a game we played in fire prevention because every now and then we would eat Chinese food. You eat the fortune cookie, pull the fortune out, and you read the fortune, and then at the end of reading the fortune, you'd say in bed.
Oh,
You're saying bed.
In bed. So read a Chinese fortune and then say in bed. And that was the game we played. It got quite scary. Well, hey, we were fire prevention people. We were plant examiners and inspectors. We didn't know too much. Come on.
So how many Chinese restaurants caught on fire? I'm sure they.
Oh, actually, it got to the point my last year as a fire inspector in Henderson, in my area, I would not inspect any Chinese or Oriental restaurants because I got tired of them lying to me.
You should have said, "Why you fucking lying? It's a buffet, not stay all day. You fucking eat your food and you fuck off."
Yeah, they closed all the buffets here. Yeah. There's this one Chinese restaurant that is wonderful.
I don't like buffets because I see it as a challenge and it just makes me fucking sick.
Well, not when you're eating lunch. I was with a group of coworkers.
And when they say all you can eat,
and
that's a challenge.
One of my coworkers is from China, and she said, "I'm going to take you to this great Chinese place for lunch," and she told us what to get and how to eat it. This is how we do it.
She told us what to get and how to eat it.
No, she tried to teach us all how to eat with chopsticks. I got okay with it, but I thought, I gave up. I gave up trying to eat with chopsticks.
I used to be pretty good at it, but not anymore. I haven't.
I think Jack Dad was a samurai ninja. At some point.
Yeah.
All right, Pat. This is what I would have done. If you sitting there talking to some plans examiner and everything else, I would have sat there and did this. Hold on, let me present myself. I would have sat there and said, "Okay, here's your civil plan." Oh, it's showing through. Hold on, let me get something to hide behind. I said, "Okay, here's your civil plan. There's the house. There's your north arrow. Hold on, wait. And then we'll do this.
You better draw your scale on it.
There's your north arrow. There's that NTS means what? Not to scale.
Not to
There's
scale.
my house. There's the street. That's it. There's my civil plan. Thank you. Have a good day."
You know what? Some city inspectors.
On that note, I'll speak to you all soon.
You know, that would pass a city inspector look at that and go say, "Yeah, that's okay," and sign it all.
Oh, back in the day, in this valley, I know for a fact that designs were put on napkins and stamped, accepted, on different things for buildings. We want to do this type of joint, and so they draw it out. And rumor had to say that it was drawn out why somebody was taking an official. Now, I'm not going to say city official or county official or any. I'll just say official out to dinner or out to lunch. And this was the main topic of discussion of getting this by. And I've heard rumors that napkins have been stamped, approved with that.
Not even a Xerox of one, huh?
No. On the napkin itself, that design was carried.
Well, I know when my father, this was in Virginia, when he got the permit to build his addition on his house, they just said, "All we need is a plan. Just draw a plan." And he drew his plan and took it downtown, and they said, "Okay, you can build it. It's approved." Yeah, it was nothing but a little plan, nothing real fancy. Just to draw a little better than what you did, but it didn't have to be a professionally drafted drawing. Anybody could draw it, if they have any skill. Something a little, what you did would pass. If you took downtown and you said, okay, I want to build
but the funny thing about it is what's required, everything on there was required except for the type of pipe that was buried. What type of 1-inch underground did I bring into the house? Was it copper? Was it PVC? Was it PEX? What type of pipe was it? So
I think where they lived, it doesn't matter. I think they use copper to.
But there was an engineer with the city of Henderson that was retiring. He and his wife were retiring, and they were moving up to Ely, Nevada. And he sat there and he knew I dabbled or I drew in AutoCAD. So he came up to me. He says, "Tom," he says, "if I give you a sketch, can you draw my house for me up in Ely?" So I called up to Ely and I asked them. I sat there and I said, "What do you guys require?" And it was hardly anything. And so he still had to get an architect's stamp on the plans that I drew. So, but I drew up. It was a modest 4-bedroom, 2-bath with almost a 4-car garage ranch house.
Yeah.
And you had to draw it for winter climate because Ely definitely gets snow in winter. So I told him, I said, the best thing to do is do it out of 2x6 walls because then you can really do like R19, really heavy insulation.
That makes sense. Yeah.
2x6 cavity. And so all I did was draw him up the floor plan, drew up a rough plumbing plan, drew up a rough electrical plan, drew up a building section, and called out a few materials, and I gave him the file and everything else, and he gave me $100, and he retired. Last I heard, he built it, and he's up in Ely enjoying his retirement.
Enjoying retirement in the house that he built. Well, they didn't care much about it. They wanted you to have it 5 feet away from the property line. They did come and inspect it, and they saw one mistake that he made. There was a wall in the bathroom where the lines went up for the, where the water lines went up, the drain lines went up through the wall, and he used 2x4s. And the inspector said, well, we would like for you to use 2x6s. They call that a wet wall. Yeah. And my dad said that won't be a problem. We'll just add 2 inches. Mm-hmm. So they let him do it. He said, the inspector said, it passes inspection, but add 2 inches to those 2x4 studs and you're good. Yeah. You're go. But that was the only run-in problem that he ran into. The rest of it was fine.
Most plumbing walls are 2x6, or at least have some type of cavity in there to get the
that's all he cared about. He had 2x6, and what he did was just added a 2x2 on there. He just ripped a 2x4 in half and just nailed it on the end of the 2x4. It gave him his cavity size of 6 inches. So that's all he needed to do. He said, "Oh, I can fix that in 5 minutes."
Yeah.
Exactly what he did.
So, but yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't even calced the house yet.
No. Have your dogs broke out lately?
No. You didn't hear him scratching on the door at all, did you?
No. Pat sat there and came home the other day, and apparently the dogs were broken out of the house. And then he looked up towards my house, and there was Dexter leading the other one, who's goofy anyway. So Dexter's the smart one. So Dexter's leading the other one up here. He's coming up here to see me because I give him food.
All the way.
All the way. He walked. That little guy walked 5 houses all the way up here. So
that was crazy because we were getting a text message from or a phone call from one of the kids, and sure enough, we were just pulling up to the house. So we pull onto the street, and there's a kid standing out on the porch. Garage is opening. Here comes John. He's getting ready to go start looking. And then I glance up, and that's when I see the dogs walking up to Dad's house. It's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm. Hey, 88 Katana.
What's going on, Katana?
You got how much snow you got there in Rockford, Illinois?
Oh, a lot probably. There's probably still coming down.
I don't know.
About time for Dizzy to put a snow video up.
Yeah, those are hilarious.
I've been looking for one. He put a few fire videos up. I'm gonna go back and watch all the shop videos that he said that he put up that I missed.
But it's the only one that could, that hill is, and it doesn't look it that bad. But you got to listen to people who walk that hill to realize that he is on a very steep incline. So then when it does snow and he sits at his window and takes videos, it becomes quite humorous.
Oh, fucking A.
Absolutely. Yeah. The camera doesn't do it justice. When you see that hill in real life, it's like, I don't believe this. This is ridiculous.
Exactly.
It's about maybe not quite as steep as your staircase. I wouldn't say it's as steep as a staircase, but in person, that's what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
That just gives you an example.
Yeah,
but it has to be. It has to not be too steep for a car to get up in good weather.
Well, a car and a fire engine, because don't forget, an engine, if it's a true fire engine, plus being carrying the crew and everybody else, an engine carries usually a crew of 4 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
They could carry up to 6, but usually it's 4 or 5. You've got a fire pump on there, and you got a 500-gallon water storage tank on there. So trying to get that mass with all the ladders and the hoses and everything else moving up an incline, you have a maximum incline that those things can sit there and travel. And that's believe me, because as plans examiner for the city of Henderson, we had to limit that because we could sit there at the percent of travel, and it's a percentage of grade that you can do. You couldn't sit there and let them go. And I think anything greater than 12% was not approved in the city of Henderson.
Wow. Well, this hill is definitely more than 12%.
Yeah, 8%. I think it's they can't go more than 12, and it can't be more than 6 for 25 feet before or after.
That is actually very.
Oh, that's angles of approach and departure. They don't want to. And see, all the fire trucks, all the engines here, fire trucks here, have chrome bumpers on them, and they look real pretty when they're all nice and shined up. And hey, it's up to the department to buy what they wanted to buy. But the funny thing about it is I was told when I started doing civil plan review at the city of Henderson, and sat there and says, okay, you got to run 26%, 25 feet, and then you can sit there and change, and that's got to run 25 feet, 6%, and that was called approaches of angle of departure, of attack and departure. And so that means when I'm coming from one street into another street, what I can do for maximum slope and how far I got to carry that slope before I can change slope again. And it sat there, and the last thing that meant, and this sticks in my mind and everything else, and I forgot who told it to me. It was one of the fire chiefs, because I had Chief Madden was my was my immediate boss, but then we had the overall fire chief, and we had meetings with him. But I forgot who said it, but he sat there and he says, "I don't want my chrome bumper scraping ground. Understand?" And
a good standard to go by. Yeah.
Okay, so
if you see scratches on the bumpers, you know what happened.
Yeah. So that's what was it? Yeah. So it was quite unique. But sit there, and if you think in that 12% of a grade, you think
really that's not a lot when you think about it. When you think about it, it's really not that steep of a grade.
Mm-hmm.
You know where Dizzy is, fire department, all they have to do is go around the block. And that's what some of these silly drivers that try to drive through his neighborhood haven't gotten figured out. That's not the only way in and out of the neighborhood.
No,
they can go 2 blocks over and go back behind Dizzy's and go down that way, and it's not as steep.
If you take a good look at half those drivers going up the hill, it's all front-wheel drive cars now. And front-wheel drive cars,
right. There's those like compact cars.
Supposed to be.
They don't weigh anything.
But the funny thing about it is everybody's driving on bad tires. If you look at
tires in a state that requires, and I'm sure Massachusetts requires people to have tires that can handle that kind of weather.
Yeah.
That would be a good time to buy new tires, is in the fall before the bad weather.
I would think when the leaves start changing color and everything else, I would go into the garage and I would have on a set of rims, and everything else would be passenger mud and snow tires. And at that time, I would take off my summertime tires and I would roll them in the corner of the garage and stack them up, and then I would roll out my wintertime tires and put them on the car.
Tom, nobody thinks about that. Those are probably the tires that were on the car when they bought the car.
I did it. I had a 1978 Chevrolet van, and I had wheels on it, and I didn't want those wheels to get bad. So in the wintertime,
you're in the
I
category
had
with
tires
me.
for the back, and I had the front tires, they were pulled off, and I had different tires for the front and rims.
We're in a different group. We're not everybody else.
They're going, I don't want my.
We think about things.
Probably I learned that from my dad, because my dad had for both cars, my mom's car or station wagon, and my dad's car. He had in the garage already mounted up, and back then they were loud. This was back in the 60s, early 70s, before I left home. It was studded snow tires, and he had mounted up was a set of studded snow tires.
Yeah.
Bullet, bird noise, vehicle looking from porch. Nope. No TV.
Well, yeah, those people and where he lives, all they have to do, there is a way to get to his house, and you don't have to go up and down that. You can go down the hill, but going up the hill is the problem.
But the one video that Dizzy showed, the two kids going down the hill on the tube, I do that. I do that in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. It would be kind of cool to kind of close that street off so kids can go down it on tubes. That would be real cool.
Hold it. Chat's going on. Like 19 inches in my front yard. This is 88 Katana in Rockford, Illinois. 19 inches in my front yard on the way for Sunday, like 2 to 4. Damn, dude, you got to move out here. No snow. Pass your snow shovel on to your neighbor and move out here. Gaffa. And everybody else is thankful. God, I can hardly make this out.
I should have gotten video of the ridiculously little bit of snow we got this morning.
Oh,
ridiculously little. It's 52 degrees outside right now and sunny.
It ain't snowing. The snow ain't gonna stick.
No, you could see it like in the lines in the concrete and the walk coming up to my front doors. I don't know what material it's made out of. It looks like some kind of stone, and the snow was still in the gaps in the.
Here, hold on. Let me present myself. Here, this is Vegas weather for the next week.
Sunny.
See that 70 down there around Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
But then if you look at the nighttime temperatures,
yeah, that's
what kills me for painting.
That's what keeps you from painting. That's
so.
I cannot remember the last time I've seen 70 degrees. It's been quite a while.
Wow,
and usually, even this time of year, we have spells where like warm weather comes through for a couple of days, and it would get warm like that. I haven't seen that since like December.
Hey, Pat, didn't we have 70 last week sometime, or last weekend or something?
I think so.
Yeah, we've already had ours. We cracked 70 already. We haven't cracked 75 yet, or we haven't cracked 80 yet. But I'm sure that's going to come
soon enough. You might just put your painting project off.
Nope, that's the next thing, because I want to get it done, and then we're going to the muffler shop, and then we're going to the front end shop, and then Pat and I might go on a cruise. Put some mileage on this thing.
Shakedown.
Well, actually, I think it's got what did it have, 179 miles on it now, Pat? And
something like that, yeah.
And I've had it up in the air twice, tightening bolts.
Yeah, but it's practically new now, all you've done to it.
Yeah. Well, what as I say this, that I've had this car completely apart. I mean, I remember when the box doors were off, fenders were front fenders, hood, everything, engine, subframe, everything, and all it was just the shell of the body sitting up on some 4x4s, and we had it really high in the air on some cribbing, and we were scraping down the pan on it. It was T-Dub's Pat knife. And we had plastic underneath because we weren't sweeping up underneath the car. So all we did is when it fell onto the plastic, we rolled up the plastic and just threw the plastic away.
You know, that's what I need to pick up at the dollar store in case they come in here and start cutting into the walls and stuff again. That would be perfect to keep that thin dust.
Make them do it, David. The contracting company should do it.
Not you.
He said he did it. He said he did it, but he only did it to the bed. I found it on my. See, the guy said made sure he got my phone number, and he said he would call me before they were going to start. And I got home from work, and they were here, and half of my stuff was moving around my bedroom, and I said, "Oh, I would have made it easier for you if you called. I would have moved all this stuff." And he said, "I didn't know we were going to be doing this." He said, it was on a Monday. He said, "They called us into this job. We didn't know we were going to be doing this job." And I said, "Well, I completely understand that, but they did cover the bed up with something. So all that dust, that white stuff."
Mm-hmm.
Now, these walls are plaster. They're not
Drywall.
gypsum
Yeah.
dry.
They're not drywall. They're lath and plaster.
Lath and plastic.
You
Yeah.
got to put lath.
When you cut that stuff, it makes a mess. There's no clean way to do that.
No.
So the dollar store sells, all it is a piece of clear plastic.
Yeah, but I would hate remodeling any type of room that was lath and plaster, because to me, what I would do is I take it all down. I would. Because of I have never had any luck. Here, I'll say it this: never had any luck. Lath and plaster, sheetrock, shimming the sheetrock out to meet the lath and plaster, and then putting on that seam.
It doesn't work. You'll see a line.
You'll see. No matter what you do, how you do it,
I've tried it. I've put shims. I've put like a piece of plywood behind it and everything. You can't get it right. You're not going to match it, because I think the walls, as it goes along.
No, you can match it, because David, now they have cardboard shims that are like a 32nd inch thick. So they shove cardboard shims behind the sheetrock. You got different thickness of shims when they're remodeling to bring it out.
Yeah.
It's like a stud is 1 inch and 5/8 wide. This cardboard is 1 inch and 5/8 wide, but it comes in different thicknesses. And so they'll staple it on.
Nice.
They'll staple it onto the stud, and they'll hold up the sheetrock and go, they'll measure up, we need 1/4 inch more, and they'll staple more up. But the joint, when you put the joint and you mud and try to tape that joint, that you can never get that joint to go away. You'll always see from the lath side to the sheetrock side, you'll always see that joint. I can never get that joint to go away. No matter how far I sit there and I spread it out, sit there as far as
it's been tried. No, I didn't have luck with it either. I just learned to live with the.
So if I ever came across a house, that had lath and plaster on it, I just sit there and take it all out. It's a bitch, but I take it all out, because I want to deal with one level coming off the side of the wall. I don't want to start shimming.
Well, this house was at that time was 60 years old. That was 25 years ago. There was enough wrong with that house that nobody would have noticed that.
Yeah. Well, then the other thing is when you get into lath and plaster, you get in the knob and tube wiring, and that's.
Well, actually, this house was built like before World War II, and that was when they got away from the knob and tube wiring. And technically, they called it lath, but it was what they call gypsum lath, which is basically like a thin sheet of concrete that it cut. It's like in strips that are about a foot wide. They put those across the 2x4s, and then they spread plaster over that.
Hold it, wait, let's see what Katana said. Boy, me and the guy I file for are not on the same, hold it, wait, not on the same page for his hours worked, gave him my hours, still owed me for 57.25, like that. So what happens tomorrow? Don't fuck with my money. There you go. That's rule number one in my life is don't fuck with my family, don't fuck with my cars, and don't fuck with my money. That's the priority right there for me.
Yeah.
You mess with all three, sidearm comes out. I'm going after some blood.
Well, yeah, because at that point you got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
That's what people don't realize, you know. You keep hammering at somebody, you take away their career, and then you start messing with their family. What's stopping them from just wiping you off the face of the planet?
Exactly.
It's dog eat dog then. So.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. When you get to that point, self-preservation kicks in.
Fucking A. Fucking A.
You are 100% right there, Anthony.
Yep.
So you guys warming up at all?
Yeah, it's well, I mean, it's better than what it has been. It got up to like 42 today.
Okay.
It's 52 here.
That's better than 8 and 10 and 11.
Yeah. Well, that's a.
Oh, so you're close enough to get that Texas mess.
Yeah, T-Dub and Grapevine. He sat there and he said, well, up until today,
we had 3.5 to 4 inches of snow on the ground for 4 days.
T-Dub still got snow on the ground.
No, ours is, there's little bitty patches here and there, but it's mostly melted now. It's, it's kind of like a slush fest now.
Okay.
Of course, people are still idiots. They go through a pile. They go through a pile of that at 50 and 60 and wonder why they couldn't turn.
Yeah. Well,
they must be from North Carolina.
They
don't know how to drive here.
They definitely don't here. Because they don't, like they said, this usually happens here once every 30 years. So, you do the mathematical part of the driving technique.
That's more than a generation.
Yeah.
Well, you guys want to talk about fucked up driving. So see, back there, at least everybody grew up and is back there. Here in Vegas, we got New York drivers, we got Texas drivers, we got especially California drivers, plus the regular Nevada drivers, and then you throw in a mix of Utah, Arizona, New Mexico. I mean, just think about it.
That has to be horrible. I can't imagine that. It's bad here, but that's a lot.
Time before they get mad, you can't leave them out. The illegal, unlicensed people.
Oh, we got them here. We got people driving that don't have a driver's license.
Yeah, Captain Jerk's here.
Jerk. There's a jerk in the house.
I'm sorry to be tardy to the party, but I had some things I had to take care of. How you doing?
Oh, well, look at that. It barely worked. Let me adjust these links.
Well, here in North Carolina, we have like 3 different.
And she disappeared. I haven't seen her in the chat.
Who?
Gemma.
Oh, she'll disappear.
Yeah.
She popped in, said hi, didn't come online, and popped back out.
Now, did Hazy say bye?
No, Hazy sat there and was running home with dinner, Chinese food, and I said, when you get all done eating, pop back on, because I got a surprise for him. I want to show him. Last year I said I was going to do this, and finally everything, the stars all aligned, everything was there, and I was able to do this, and I want to show him. And then I got to box it up and send it to him.
Well, you mean Neptune was finally in the third moon phase?
No, it was in the fourth.
Mercury is in retrograde.
It was in the fourth behind Pluto.
Mercury is in retrograde. No, it really is right now.
Well, I know, but
Retrograde.
that's not my rolling planet. So
Well, that's I get a kick every time I walk Nancy out to go for her to go to work at night and everything else. I'm looking at the stars, and she's sitting there looking at me. I go, "That's a planet." She goes, "What planet it is?" And I think it's Venus. I'm not sure. And she goes, "Well, how do you know?" And I sat there and I said, "See how the star looks? Yeah. See how the planet looks? Yeah. Well, that's the sun reflecting off the planet, so it looks different." And she goes, "Oh, I never knew that."
Yeah. No, you remember Disney done told us that's Firefly way up there.
All right, I'm sorry.
You know, you got to go with Disney now. Come on now.
Yeah.
Actually, he was quite. I've been bored, and I came across some old documentaries that were made in the 50s and 60s, and the ideas that Walt Disney had what the future was going to be like. And Walt Disney actually had theories on things. He was kind of like Einstein.
Oh yeah, he was ahead of his time.
That's the way it was going to be.
Well, it wouldn't have been.
Believe that.
It would have been that way already, but let me tell you. Usually, when they hand out technology to the mass, they've already been tinkering with it for the last 20 or 30 years. The reason they don't dump it as soon as they find it or re-engineer it is because half the crap they have now, if they threw it out, people would shit their brains out their ass and freak out.
Yep. They can't handle it.
Yeah, the Israelis came up with freaking cell phones in like the 40s or something.
All that stuff. They had all that stuff all along. They had everything like that.
Remember Star Trek back in the 69, 70s when that series was running, and they're pulling out the 3.5-inch plastic disc, putting them in the computer, going, "Computer, read that file," and the computer read the file, and then they pull one out and everything. Well, gee, didn't in 1985 we have 3.5-inch floppies that we shoved into a computer to pull file information?
Yeah.
Yep. There's actually a documentary about that's called "How William Shatner Changed the World."
William Shatner changed the
William
world?
Shatner like it says how William Shatner changed the future or changed the world or something like that.
Yeah. His character from Star Trek had changed the world. Yeah.
Well, I mean, how the writers and directors and producers actually freaking made the show happen and made his character unfold.
Hey, 88 Katana just said, just off the phone with the plowing boss. We'll have to meet up and go over hours tomorrow to get things right. Man, get your money. Get your money.
Yeah. Your money.
I remember plowing. You'd sit there and go hours. I talk about hours that you can accumulate. We went one blizzard in Northbrook. I went for 24 hours straight. I think it was after 32 hours I finally got some sleep, and we were plowing, and a chemical supplement. We were good.
Me and my cousin took his freaking custom deluxe out one day, and real bad ice storms that we had here in Connecticut. It was 1997, and crazy bad ice storms. Okay, unbelievable bad. Like there were so many down lines, down poles. People had spun out. Like we're tooling along the freaking streets, right? And we see one guy off to the side over there, one guy off to the side over there, and then we see freaking some of these flashers like a quarter mile up the road from there, and we're like, and there was nobody else around to help. Like those guys weren't even helping each other.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and I'm like, this is nuts. So we're in the freaking custom deluxe. This thing's got a nice motor in it. It's got 2 gas tanks and 4-wheel drive and great tires too. So we're set.
No, there was
my cousin is from Maine, so he knows how to drive in the freaking snow. Apparently, people in Connecticut just haven't figured that out yet.
Well, so you probably got a lot of
we're tooling along all day. At least we got like freaking maybe 4 hours of sleep in like 3 days because we were just driving around pulling people out of ditches and shit.
Mhm.
It was nuts.
It was the winter. I think it was the blizzard of was it 70 or 71?
We made a lot of money though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In Illinois, that we sat there, and it was so bad that they showed on the news that snow accumulated so much in downtown Chicago that they had front end loaders picking it up, putting it in dump trucks. The dump trucks were backing up to the Chicago River and dumping it in the Chicago River because they had no other place to put it.
Yep.
That's the best place
Where
to
to
do it.
go.
Dump in the river, let it dissipate in the water. Yeah.
It's water. It's just frozen water.
If they wait for it to freaking thaw, it's just going to end up in the river anyway.
Right.
And
Level. Water's
that was the winter. That was the winter that on the side of my dad's house, on the west side of my dad's house, the snow drifted so much up that it touched the eave of the roof.
Yeah.
And me and Jerry sat there and made a toboggan run off the roof, everything else, and we had to have a spotter in the street because we were going from the front of the house.
Yep.
And Pat can tell you that we're looking at a good pitched roof, that we had it going almost all the way up to the middle of the roof. And as you're looking at the house, Pat, it's on the left side. We did this, Jerry and I. And got a toboggan.
Was it a 710 or a 510?
Huh?
Was it a 710 or a 510?
710, 510. It was a 710. I had 6 brothers and sisters. Come on, Cat.
No, the pitch of the roof.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you
This is
were
about a
talking
510. This is a 710.
know.
You know.
I know. You go up, you go up.
Be like mine. Mine's a 12-12.
It was at least a 710.
It's at least a 710. You were talking Midwest.
Read the tag.
Yeah.
35 miles northwest. But yeah, so we went down half that, down the slope. We iced everything up, went across the street, through the neighbor's side, between 2 neighbors' houses, because there are no fences back in where I grew up, and then went through there and ended up on the next street, which was Farnsworth. So if you want to Google that, that's 2347 Brentwood, Northbrook, Illinois.
Yeah.
Farnsworth.
And that was the next street over.
My
See,
goodness.
my
gracious.
money, he got 21 hours in one day. Ah, damn, Katana.
Yeah, my cousin got a phone call today from his old friend in Chicago. They called him and let him know the house that he had for sale burnt to the ground the other night. And he started laughing. And the woman says, "Well, what's so funny?" He said, "I sold it 3 days ago, so it ain't my house that burnt."
Well, I hope they got insurance on it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let me buy my house until I got insurance. That was
That's what I was say. Most loan companies, you have to have
But
that.
can you believe that? Can you believe taking out an insurance policy on a house and then it burning down in a week?
Yeah. Well, hey, it's a win-win for everybody all the way around.
The insurance company says, well, it's like it could happen in a week. It could happen in a year,
Yeah. Well, no, this one, the house next to it caught fire. And of course, it traveled, Chicago, them gunshot houses are like boom, 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 right on top of each other.
Just kind of like row houses. Yeah.
Hold on. Wait, Chicago. Let's think about it. Chicago, Cook County, Illinois, has the strictest gun control laws in the nation.
And
Cook County, Illinois, has the highest death by gunfire in the nation.
Yeah.
Can we figure this out?
There's 7 to 12 every weekend. Every weekend. And that's not counting the other days. That's just on the weekend.
Katana sat there and he goes, "I was beat." And I go, "Yeah, after the 32 hours, I think I slept for like about 14, 15 hours straight." He sat there and my mom started getting worried. My dad said, "Leave him alone." But man, I had a fistful of cash.
Well, you heard about what's that state? Where was that where that George Floyd got killed?
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Yeah, did you hear the other day
No,
they just hired
Minnesota. Wasn't it Minnesota?
somewhere up there? But anyway,
Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, it was. I'm sorry.
just the other day they hired 3,000 new police officers because they realized they couldn't live without the cops.
Oh, that's
No
that's
shit.
do away with
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, half the cops left and went to other states to work. They weren't going to work in that environment where they can't, with their hands tied.
Well, when you get a freaking pink slip, come on, you gotta freaking go.
Well, no, a lot of them didn't get pink slips. They left because they were not going to work in those conditions, and you can't blame them. I mean,
So they left on their own. They voluntarily left.
yeah,
No, I understand. I'm just saying, no.
yeah. But they dropped
You
all
gonna
that.
wait around for a pink slip?
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna wait around for a pink slip, or you gonna wait for your ticket to get punched? No,
Yeah, but they done,
you can prevent something and do it.
They done away with defund the police as soon as they won. Okay, that was the whole plan. They
you notice how short-lived it was. Defund the police.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Notice how short-lived. Notice that nobody's saying that shit now.
Because Biden got elected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all tactics, dude. Because they don't like Trump. They're gonna freaking make it as shitty as possible and blame it on him. And then as soon as freaking Biden gets in, they're just gonna shut their gap.
Well,
And act like nothing was ever wrong.
Yeah, it's the same BS over and over again, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But wait, let's take it one step further. What happened to all these big stars? Rosie O'Donnell, everybody else, and I hate that cunt anyway. But what happened to all these big stars that sat there and, if Trump gets elected, I'm leaving the country. Oprah, you're still fucking here. Get out.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus is still here.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus is one of them. Alyssa
She
Milano.
remember, Miley was freaking in hysterics, crying and freaking snotting and freaking just carrying on. And she never left. She didn't even fucking go on tour or vacation.
No.
Exactly.
You know, I told a friend of mine, I wish I was one of them filthy rich son bitches that had a jet. I would have got on YouTube, Facebook, and everything and say, hey, it's fueled up and waiting for you asses. Come on.
Apply anywhere free. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Calling you out. Get on the plane. Let's go.
No, if I had Bill Gates' money, I would have rented a 747, filled it with all the booze and drugs they wanted.
Oh.
In fact, there you go. There you go.
And then they get on the plane.
Any place you want.
And Tom, they get on the plane, and the plane is completely empty, and all it is Keith Richards sitting in a chair with a pipe in his hand. So, is this the only party going on?
Yeah, but let me tell you, a guy I worked with for a long time with HUD, him, especially his wife, got on that bandwagon with the left side. They actually left. They said, F this country, we're moving to Africa. The third day he was there, he was beaten to the end of his life, and she was raped and pregnant by one of them. The third day they were there.
Yep.
There are people in the UK that live in London, right?
Yeah.
These they're black people.
Yeah.
They were Somalian, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were born in the UK, but they still go back and forth between UK and Somalia. Somalia used to be
family over there. Yeah.
Somalia used to be an English colony, believe it or not. So what ended up happening is this family said, "Oh, we're moving to Somalia because it's too dangerous here in London."
Yeah,
I can believe that.
No, it is
parts of London.
Like Somalia is a violent place.
Yeah,
but it's more violent in London.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. So they decided to freaking pack up and freaking move to Somalia.
Yeah,
and
but see, the
come to find out that yes, they're doing quite well in Somalia.
Yeah, but see, the problem with my friend and them when they moved back to Africa, they were of a certain tribe breed that they were trying to pull genocide on anyway. So they were not welcomed. Yeah.
Yeah. Prejudice and hatred knows no bounds between between differing ethnicities and between ethnicities of the same sort.
Yep.
Along tribal lines, along village lines, along family lines. It doesn't matter, man. People are gonna freaking find reasons to freaking fight and freaking complicate things anyway. Make things suck, make things freaking, unbearable, and just make each other miserable. It sucks.
It's human nature, period. Sorry to say.
Most of it doesn't even have to happen.
Well, no, but it's human nature. I'm sorry. You look through our past and history. I
understand that. I understand all that shit. But what I'm saying is, throughout history, it didn't have to happen. Like
No.
most of it just didn't have to happen.
Well, you know, Morgan Freeman said it best. They asked him, "What are we going to do about racism?" You know what he said? Stop fucking talking about it.
Talking about what now?
They asked Morgan Freeman.
No,
Well,
I understand. I
yeah.
saw that interview.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, they asked him, you know, what his thought was to stop racism. He said,
Stop talking about it. Stop mentioning
We're talking
it.
about
Stop.
something that's almost been dead for the last, you know, there's a handful of people that still carry
60
that. But
years.
the only reason they
Stop
keep going
thinking about it.
You refuse.
Stop
to
thinking
stop
about
talking.
it. Stop trying to get vengeance. Stop trying to get reparations. Stop trying to fucking, you know, make things
No, he
equal.
didn't say all that. He just said,
Equal. You
he
know.
said simply, stop talking about it and quit being a victim.
Quit playing the role of a victim.
Right. That's what that's pretty much
Don't
what he
be
said.
the
Let me
victim.
tell you something.
Yeah.
I have been treated horrifically in my life.
Oh,
I
we
grew
all
up. When I grew up, my parents were Mormon, dude.
have. Oh God.
So anybody fucking tells me that they got beat up because of like who they are or what their beliefs were, yeah, you weren't a fucking Mormon.
Yeah, but it wasn't your fault that your parents were Mormon.
That's not the point,
That was
Dave.
beyond your control.
That's not the point.
I know
The point
it's not,
is,
but still.
facts are my parents are Mormons, and anybody finds out about that, my ass is kicked.
Yeah, and that's not right.
I got my ass kicked for being white. Not just by black people, but by
I
Spanish
remember being
people
the
too.
only white kid on a school bus with all the rest of the people on the bus were black. That's because they shipped me to another school because they thought I was gifted.
Yeah.
They should have left me alone and let me go to the
Did
school
everybody
that I was
leave?
supposed
No,
to go.
Pat left.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Nancy just got home. She's going to take her
Okay.
afternoon nap, and I had to say goodnight to her.
Oh, that's important. That's important. Don't
Okay.
want-
Happy wife, happy life.
Yes, sir. You know who's in charge, right?
Yeah.
You're in your man cave right now, so
No, no,
garage is your
I'm-
domain.
She doesn't know.
No.
She doesn't
People-
know this. I'm slowly building my man cave.
Well, heck, you should have built that a long time ago. I had my man.
People-
40-inch TV there.
Right,
people-
right. She doesn't have to know about that TV.
Right.
Just tell her about it.
People find
Yeah.
reasons to, or find, you know, ways to fucking bicker and fight with each other regardless, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a white guy. I got my ass kicked by other white people because my parents are Mormon, you know? So
Yeah,
regardless
well,
of but regardless of what I tell people, no, you're Mormon because your parents are Mormon.
Well, I mean, that's happened to a lot of people. I mean, look when the Irish. I mean, the Irish used to get their ass kicked all the time because they were Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just
I
putting a
understand
label on it, you know.
No,
The
Same
Irish
thing
were
with
treated-
Asians, same thing
The
with
Irish were
Germans.
treated just as bad as the freaking Native Americans were.
Yeah.
And then, I'll
Yeah.
tell you,
That's why they
Well,
moved all the way up in the
Native
mountains of
Americans
Appalachia
and
to get away from it.
nobody, I repeat, nobody in this country has been treated worse than the Native Americans.
Oh, 100%.
Hang on.
100% behind that.
Yeah, but you need to go
I'm
back
saying now hold it, Anthony. I'm saying that because I live in the West and we have
I
an
know.
Indian reservation here, everything else, and I know. So I'm saying it for here.
Yeah, I'm just
Because
saying.
different
I'm
parts
part
of the
local
country-
tribe, but I'm just saying you need to go back to the Persian Empire and see the shit them motherfuckers did.
No, I'm not talking about other places. I'm talking about America.
Right.
Nobody in America, no American citizens have been treated worse than the Native Americans on our own soil by our own people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were also treated bad by their own. It wasn't just white.
Native Americans were savages, dude.
Yeah.
Not all of them, no.
Yeah.
Some of them were peaceful, but
Yeah.
they treated each
Well,
other
those
freaking
people were dead. Those people are
savagely.
dead now.
Their punishments were severe.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what I like really what the state of Nevada has done and everything else is that all the mines are taxed in the state of Nevada, and a percentage of that tax revenue goes directly to the reservations and the reservation trade schools. So
Yeah.
the trade schools to teach a Native American a trade, whether it be computers or whether it be what. but they're putting money into trade schools just for Native American, because if you're white or Hispanic or black, you ain't getting in that school because these schools are on the reservation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that is awesome here in this state what they're doing on that.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, I talked to some of my cousins stuff up in Utah, because I'm part of the Lakota Nation. They don't like that shit because they don't want to be separated.
Like what shit? In other words, to have the trade school presented, or what?
Just for them, they want to go to, you know, a lot of that stuff is good, but a lot of it they don't like because it separates them and it makes people look down on them because human nature is, well, that's bullshit. He can go there, but I can't. You know, that kind of bullshit starts. Yeah.
Well, the other thing the state did is all mines would sit there with the same percentage of taxes that everything else on the mine is also going to the public school system. So it's even across the board. But I could see what you're saying, because some of the trade schools, and I'm talking about from my inspection side of it, on looking at, and some of the framing companies, because there is in Nevada, Southern Nevada, if I remember correctly, there is an all Native American Indian framing company, and they frame houses. That's all they do is go in and rough frame houses, and this is all what they learned up on the reservation.
Yeah.
So I'm all for that, and I'm all for more of that on everybody. If you're a legal alien.
Yeah.
I mean, Juan Pablo just jumped over the river and everything else, comes here and wants to group on all the benefits that the United States has. No. Fill out the proper paperwork, go through the proper channels, do it properly, and fine.
You know, it's not even that. My thought is, if you want to come here and make money, that's fine, but pay taxes like everybody else.
Yeah, that too.
Put back into the system.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just come
you want the benefits? Yeah, you want benefits here? Pay taxes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's it. It's as simple as that. I would have no problem with illegal aliens coming here for working, as long as they're putting back in.
When I worked for HUD,
still drive on the road.
When I worked for HUD, a third of my crews were illegal.
Take advantage of the freaking light, walk down the freaking sidewalk at night. You still freaking put wear and tear on the freaking infrastructure of our country. Put back in.
Let me tell you, the 18 years I worked for HUD, a third of my crews were illegal aliens, and I used to have people get mad because I hired them. You know what I told them? I said, at least they fucking show up for work.
Well, you know, I don't. This is not a political platform, but at least in North Carolina, you are allowed. They will issue you a driver's license even if you're not a resident, because you work.
California, you
contribute to the economy. You know,
California's been doing that.
They give you they let you drive on their road.
Well, here, I'll give you an example.
And you're paying into the system. You know,
I'll give you an example here. Where did Anthony go? When Tony and I were building the back patio on the back of the house, I rented a big U-Haul truck, like if you were going to move and everything else, and I had to rent at least, what was it, a 25? I can't remember. It had to be a long one because of the roof rafters we were picking up. And so I made connection with a company in town here that sat there and custom built the roof rafters, Orient strand board between, it was a wooden ivy. I can't, I'm having a brain fart thinking about these, and I've been in construction. Thank you.
Because you hadn't been doing it in a while.
And there were TGI. So Tony and I drove around, we picked up our order there. Then we had a list that we made going to Home Depot. And we walked out of Home Depot with so much lumber and everything else. And so a whole bunch of Hispanic guys came running up asking us if we wanted help and everything else. And I sat there and I said, yeah, I'll take all the help I can get at $10 an hour. And the first one can show me a U.S. birth certificate, and this happened probably about 10 years ago. Nobody could show me a birth certificate. Nobody could show me it. They all showed me driver's license. Well, fuck, any state gives you driver's license. And they couldn't show me anything else that's showing that they were born in the United States. And I says, well, sorry, fellas, I can't use you.
Running, John.
Well, you can have a driver's license and not be born.
No, I cannot use you. And how they got the driver's license, creative paperwork 101, you know. Juan Pablo, photograph it, pass it on. Photograph it, pass it on. I don't know. The only problem is if I were ever to go to hire anybody, and it's like Anthony says, if you get one with a birth certificate or at least with green papers, they're going to put it back into the system. And that's what we need. Everybody puts it back into the system and not pulling out of the system. You keep pulling out and you don't put nothing back in, soon the system's going to have nothing in it.
Yeah.
So Anthony, put something in it. I agree with you.
They work their ass off. You know, I used to have to beg them to even take a lunch break. I'd have to tell them, it's lunch break. You get paid for it regardless. Stop working. No, I'll finish. No. Fucking eat your sandwich. I eat sandwich while I'm working.
Yeah, I've watched him work on the house here, and the guy that was in charge, he'd say, okay, you can take your break now. And there was somebody in my bedroom feeding 1-aught electrical lines through my bedroom ceiling. Is the craziest bit. We got 5 services coming through my bedroom, 500 amps, 500 amps.
Down here. Hold on.
But anyhow, the guy said you can take your break now. The guy kept working. And it's like he wasn't.
Hold
really
on, guys. I'm going to bring Gemma. I'm going to bring Gemma up, but I'm going to have to create a space when Hazy comes. Okay.
That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and take off, Dad. I got to get going. I got to do something.
Well, I got to get a refill.
No, Pat, TV coming. You're supposed to help me up here.
I know. I'll see the van go up. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
Walk up.
Well, you might take off now.
There, Pat.
It's all right. It's all right. I got some stuff I got to take care of. We'll see you guys later.
All right.
Good afternoon, buddy. Hey, Gemma.
Hey, Gemma.
Hi.
Love you, lads, gal. How you doing?
I'm good. I just filmed a couple of videos, dropped one, and I've got one for a couple of days. I just done. So
I have a question.
So,
I have
guess
a
what?
question. I have
yes,
a question.
Tom has a question.
Okay. Did you get your package?
No, not yet.
Damn it.
Guess what, Gemma?
It's been a
Steve
week.
Punk got his package.
A week later.
The post is re-delayed here right now. I'm still waiting for my nephews. Yes.
Gemma, they're messing with you.
They're on strike.
No, they're not on strike. They're messing with Herb.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my nephew's birthday presents, which should have been here over a month ago, and I still haven't got his birthday presents yet.
His
birthday's in like 9 days.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Yes.
They're messing with you. You need to freaking go above their heads. You followed the proper chain of command from the lowest grunt up the chain. Now,
Exactly.
go above their head. Find out who. You talk to the supervisor.
Yes, I'm actually going
Find out
down
who
there.
their boss is.
I'm
Find
going there
out
tomorrow.
who their boss is. Find out who their boss is right now. Do it. Find out who their boss is.
I have already got it. I spoke to him earlier. I'm going down there tomorrow. I'm picking up. My
don't
dad's
go
going
down
there
there.
with me.
Use your phone and freaking call around and find out who you have to do. Who you have to freaking not who you have to do, but what you have to do to freaking nail those people to the freaking wall. They're messing with you, Jem. You should have got that package over a month ago.
I know.
Steve Punk's took 2 weeks to come in. That's bullshit.
I know.
There's
I'm going
no
down there
food in
tomorrow.
that package.
I've been on the
Listen to
phone
me.
for half a day today.
Listen to me. There's no food in that package. They're messing with you, not anyone else. You.
Yes, I know.
I don't know why they're doing stuff to you. I don't know why they're treating you like that, but that's bullshit. You need to find out why they're treating you like that. They're not doing that to anybody else. They're not striking. Johnny's full of shit.
Yeah, it's probably because I think my postman has it in for me a little bit, and two, I've phoned him for the last 3 weeks solid. I've been phoning him every day. I'm being told it'll be
Gemma,
here tomorrow.
Gemma, I told you to stop trying to contact them. I
Yes, I know.
told you a long time ago. Stop it. Go over their heads, and you're not listening to me. You have to fucking.
I have now because I'm going to tomorrow to get it.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Stop interjecting. Just listen for a second. You're responding, but you're not saying anything freaking valuable or any that has anything meaningful to it. You're just reacting. Do something. Okay? You're reactionary because that's how you are. I'm trying to freaking teach you to actually be productive instead of just reactionary. You can't just lash out all the time. Okay?
Oh, no.
No, you can't.
You're being reactionary right now to me.
There.
You need to chill out.
I am chilled.
All right.
You're not chill, Gemma.
I'm gonna play referee.
When you react and respond like that, stop,
Kids,
Dave. Stop, Dave. Stop, Dave.
Really?
When you react like that to me, that's called being reactionary. You're not freaking being productive. You're just reacting because you're upset. I need you to focus and actually go over them to a higher authority in the postal work, in the postal system.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting anything done at this level, on the ground level. You need to freaking go up into the clouds. You need to freaking find out who their authority is. Look it up online. Freaking look up the chain of command. How to freaking file a grievance, stuff like that.
Yes, I'm now doing it.
Don't ask them, because they're gonna lie to you at that post. They're gonna lie to you because they're stupid and they are reactionary to you.
Yeah.
So if it's anything like the United States postal system, they're just grunts. You know, they're just doing a job. You know, it's like you need to go to their heads. You need to go to their supervisors.
A postmaster is only the guy that runs the freaking show at that particular post. You know,
you go to
if something's happening at that post and it's not getting solved, then it's usually because the postmaster is just ignoring it or letting it go.
Well, I don't know how it's set up in the UK, but you have and Hazy can answer these questions. We have the postmaster.
It wasn't me. Well, I wasn't even there.
You weren't there?
You can file it with him, you know?
Not at all?
What's up, Hazy?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Fifth Amendment if that's okay.
All right. Cheers.
It's time for a refill.
Cheers, big ears.
How was your Chinese?
How you doing?
Delicious.
How was
delicious.
Chinese?
It's delicious.
Shall we all ask him again and see if he pulls the mug away from his mouth and say delicious?
It was delicious. Do you want to see my chicken balls?
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Fantastic.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Rooster Jewels. Nice.
Okay. Well, hold on. I got to flip it down. I'm still here. So, hang on.
Hello, Gemma.
I gotta show Hazy something. Damn, the car's too wet. They just slide
Why
off.
don't you flip it down and show me something?
I gotta show. All right, here we go. Anyway, Hazy, remember last year when I said
make yourself big first.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
Come on, amateurs.
Rookies at this. Remember last year when I said I was going to get you Las Vegas Golden Knights t-shirts?
Oh, yeah.
Huh? This one's Harry Hendricks, and that's the smallest I can get.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
He'll love it.
This one is a large. And these next two are 2Xs. So that's what I was able to get, and they're coming in the mail to you. Remember, when somebody sits there and asks you what this is, see the V in the middle of the Knights? That's Vegas.
You sure it's my vagina?
Well, you can tell it's the Vagina Knight. and see how far that gets you. But I don't know. So let me get rid of myself being presented.
I can't believe that, Tom. Thank you very much.
I told you. Yeah, but the thing of it is think about that. You're going to wear that shirt. You're going to walk around Wales, and this is the main reason why I did it. Is everybody's going to ask you what it is?
Yeah.
What is that? What's the symbol? And you're going to tell them it's the Las Vegas Golden Knights hockey team.
Listen, if people are going to keep asking me questions while I'm wearing it, I'm not going to fucking wear it.
Sounds like getting a lot of people's attention anyway.
Sounds like
a checkout line in the store.
Well, no, you can sit there. You can shut them off right off the bat the minute they say the V, and they go, "What's the shirt for?" And they sit there and they go, "Ah, it's vagina." They'll walk away from you.
It stands for Tom Noble's vagina in Vegas.
Yeah, unless they're nutty too, whoever you're talking.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Hazy, you can always look this way. If you've been a cunt that day, you can tell them that's vulgar night. It's my club.
I'll just say the V stands for cunt.
No, vulgar.
Here you go.
What's that?
It's a coin.
Wait, hold it. Let me present you, Kat.
Oh, it's got a vagina on it. Fuck, they're everywhere today.
This is something that my friend that lives in Las Vegas made for me. His name is Art by Adrock.
Oh,
Nice.
No
It's
kidding.
a coin, but it's like thick. It's like almost
Yeah,
like
that's a fucking hockey puck.
It's like a miniature hockey puck. That's a good idea. That is cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
But, he made that for me a couple of years ago. I've had that. So, thanks for your time, Tom.
so anyway, I put them back.
I guess it's a Captain Jerk show now.
Yeah, well, I had to go put the stuff back, and you had to flip something up. So
Yeah, you Dizzy will
thing with my hair.
never. You Dizzy will never let me live that down. You
But-
took over my show. Well, I took it over for 2 minutes.
well, anybody
I
want
had
to
I had Drive Shaft,
Pick it up.
singing the I don't know, some weird dumb kid song. It was like the
Wasn't that my
giant green
show you
monster
took over?
from.
So, Hazy, do you want
Hey,
anything
Charlotte?
else before I start packing up the box? Because I can awfully make T-shirts awful small.
Hey, Tony.
So,
Say that again.
do you want anything else from here, Las Vegas, to put in the
Send
Oh
box?
me
yeah, some of that
And
chronic.
I'm not going to sit there and send you a pound of pot either.
Send me some of that chronic you were smoking.
Hey Tom, send me my package of saltines.
What part of Vegas?
No, listen, Tom. I mean,
I know something you can send me. Go. I don't know where exactly you're at in Vegas, but there's a little place you can go in there and you ask for Tanya and Linda. Send both of them. It's from the Bunny Ranch.
You want some some edibles.
The Bunny Ranch, the Bunny Ranch is on the way up to Tonopah. Okay.
Yeah.
If you want someplace closer, it's called the Chicken Ranch, and that is right over the Spring Mountain Range, that direction, and it's probably closer and probably cleaner and a lot better place.
I don't know. The chicken ranch sounds dirtier to me.
You know, the guy that owned the Moonlight Bunny Ranch is dead.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Heart attack.
Last time I was there was in 19.
He died. He died a few years ago.
Hold it, wait.
88 or
Let's go
80.
back to Anthony. Last time you were there was when?
1988 or 89 or something like that.
You know what?
Have you been there?
You know what I
Yeah.
did when I first got to this town and everything else? We're talking 1971, okay?
Yeah.
And prostitution outside of Clark County was all you can do it. So you
Yeah,
had
okay.
Nye County, and then you had Lincoln County.
Did you do it, Tom?
Oh, we sat there and turned around, and all my buddies I just met, this is my first duty station, met and everything, and said, "Where are you guys going?" "We're going up to Cherry's place." "What's Cherry's place?" "Oh, it's up here off going towards Alamo off of 93, 95, and what do you? It's a whorehouse town. Oh, well, I didn't even know anything about that. And I said, can I tag along? Sure. And I went up there and I sat there and I got into that place. You walked into that place. It looked like an old Southern mansion. It's no longer there. You walked in, you go off to the left, and it was a big living room, like if you're just going to sit and talk to the girls and everything else.
Yeah, big parlor.
And then off to the right was a bar, and it was like a country, western, hard rock, whatever. Let's get down that nasty bar.
Man.
Then you had a grand staircase that took you up to the room. So you walked in, and there was a young lady there, scantily dressed, and she asked you, sat there and said, what do you want to do? And I said, I want to go to the bar and have a couple drinks. And she said, there you go. And she pushed me into the bar. You were in, and you had your first drink served to you, and at the same time, you had a scantily dressed young lady hugging on your arm. Yeah. Sitting there going, what are you doing? Buy me a drink, everything else, the whole scam and everything else.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, okay, well, hold on. Let me think about this. My grandfather told me, if you're going to have anything done, hire a professional. Yes, sir. Yeah. We're going upstairs. Yeah. I hired me a professional that night, and I had a good time.
Hey, Johnny, what's up?
I would just like to have a fine young woman
Tom, you telling me that you found a hooker
with me and hold on to my arm and pat me on the back. And
hold it, wait.
Tom, are you telling me you banged a hooker?
He did.
Not once.
David.
Not once. Not twice. Not 3 times. But
I'm saying this is my dream. This is my dream. Going to a bar and have some young woman walk up to me, and I offer her a drink, and she just sits there. And
yeah, David. Strip clubs around where you live. Any strip club will have what you need.
Absolutely, there are bars, strip clubs, everything. They're all closed. You can't go to a bar.
Listen, David Collins, listen, remember, we're on a live show. This is live broadcast.
Hey.
This is over 21. Daisy days.
Hey, Johnny,
I'm just saying.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah. Might make Gemma blush.
Well, you know, I miss
Yorkshire.
I didn't go but once every month or something like that up to this little hole in the
wall. I didn't think so.
Gemma's going to be making herself a sausage sandwich now.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Well, I got into a conversation with this lady one time, and we were reminiscing. We were talking about going to the beach and stuff like trips we've made to the beach and stuff. Yeah. And she said, "Oh, well, my husband and I, blah blah blah." This is after I talked to the person for 10 minutes, and she was like my age, and she said, "Well, yeah, my husband and I really enjoy that." And then her husband walked out of the bathroom. This is a real small bar. And it's like, oops.
Hey, Johnny.
I didn't know you were married. Why were you talking to me like you were? You know, how much have you had?
Did she have a ring on her finger? Did she have a ring on her finger?
Heck, I've had too many drinks to even notice whether she had a ring. It was real dark in there.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was glad I quit drinking back in the days, because that's why I always ended up waking up with a chick with a freaking wedding band on. Fucking assholes.
Well, you know, I don't want to get in bed with them. It's just having some human companionship.
All right, I'm going to finish the story. So Sherry's Ranch was located, you got Clark County here, you got Nye County here, and then you got Lincoln County up here. So Sherry's was located in Lincoln County. Well, you drive up Lincoln County, or you drive up 93, 95 going through Lincoln County, and you had Sherry's on one side of the road, then you had Sally's place on the other side of the road. Well, remember, I rode with these guys, and so they just took me to Sherry's. So, okay, fine and good. Got talking to a couple other buddies, sat there and told me about Sally's place across the street. That was twice as much fun. Yeah. But as back then,
for your 2 different therapies that you have.
Hey, I was in the military. I had 3 hospital care, so whatever I got.
Tom, what do you class as twice as much fun?
Twice as much as what they did for the same price.
Twice as much clap, twice as much BD, twice as much herpes.
No,
And he's talking about
I can't. I'll
1988.
tell you this,
Yeah.
and I'll say it right now. Is
It always
sat
asks
there
me if
and
I want to do an update.
I spent 3 years here, and before I got engaged, had a whole bunch of fun with a whole bunch of ladies in the houses because the houses were watched, not
Yeah.
the streetwalkers. Okay. And then
Yeah.
from there, I went to
What's the-
Southeast Asia. I got engaged, went to Southeast Asia, didn't touch anything over there because the first thing they sat there and told us about was, well, there are a couple of guys sitting there in here at Clark Air Force Base in the Philippines in our hospital that will never see the United States again because of the sexual disease they got. And I sat there and went, oh, fuck, I ain't touching shit here. And that was it.
You telling me
That
you
was
went
it.
all the way to Bangkok and didn't get yourself a ladyboy?
Yeah, but
Nope.
Tom, you got to remember.
No, wait. Now hold it, Hazy. I didn't get a whole bunch of rub and scrubs.
Yeah, rub and scrubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
What's
see,
that?
Sponge bath with a happy ending.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah.
You,
A lot of
She just
Right.
basically you pay somebody just to toss you off.
Well, yeah.
it's a little different than that, but yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to say it that way, yeah, basically
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
But it's a whole
Basically.
hell of a lot different.
Yeah.
When you're
Talk
sitting
me-
in a
Talk me through it, Tom. Talk me through it, Tom.
Hang on, I got this, Tom. Let's just say when she got done, she didn't need a towel. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it was unique. It was a fun time, but
It was a different
God,
time.
it,
I mean, it
Oh,
was,
Well, you know,
oh no,
Like
you
my-
think about it. You think about it as a young man. You're sitting in this amphitheater with a whole bunch of other young guys and everything else. You're all in the Air Force. You're all you're all going to Thailand in certain stations and everything else, and they're trying to teach you inside of a 4-hour, and you got 2 breaks. 2 hours got a break. This is the military, so come on. And they're trying to tell you Thai customs and everything else. But the first thing they start off with is sitting there showing a whole bunch of slideshows and telling you how bad the VD is there, and it scares the living bullshit out of you. I mean,
yeah, I'm scared to death of it. Yeah, I'm not active.
when I got to Tak Lee, Thailand, well, I went to Ubon, the 8-TAC fighter wing, and I was up there for about 3 months, having a good time in the NCO club, pissing. And I'm talking to the guy next to me, pissing and everything else. And he sat there and he goes, yeah, what's the matter? Where do you work? He said, CBPO, Central Processing Orders. And I go, yeah. And he says, yeah, I'm looking for a Tom Noble. And I go, oh, you are? I said, how hard have you been looking? He goes, I've been looking all over the base for him. And I go, well, you're standing right
How
next
many
to
have
him.
you had to drink?
And he goes, well, I got orders for you to go down to Tak Lee, Thailand. And I go, what's in Tak Lee? He goes, nothing but F-111s. I go, I don't know nothing about an F-111. But yeah,
You're on order.
it was shit.
Yeah.
It was nonstop. There were times when the year went by super fast, and there were times when the year went by super slow.
Yep.
I sat there. I kicked one roommate out of my room because I was working transit alert, and I was working 72 hours on and 24 hours off. And there was a roommate. He sat there and he got the clap, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And I said, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah.
And out of my, I had rank on him. I kicked him out of my room. When I walked in and he's sitting there and he's trying to piss and he's bending the pipes. These are galvanized pipes off the fucking wall trying to piss. I told him, oh, no, because, fun's fun, but sitting there coming back with, head, eyes, nose, mouth.
Now you got the
dick
chlamydia.
in one piece.
That kills people.
Chlamydia doesn't kill people.
Yeah, but you got to
And
understand
AIDS kills
a
people.
lot of but back then a lot of the shit was out. Penicillin shot and you was good to go.
Yeah, but penicillin doesn't cure AIDS.
Well, AIDS
No,
wasn't
but
around then.
Age was an,
That
we're
was
talking, David, there,
Age
it was
hadn't
called,
been
what, it
developed
was
yet.
called, it was called Black L something, and you can get it off the sheets. If the lady of the night, I'm not going to say hooker. All right, Hazy, I'll say hooker. If the hooker sat there and didn't change her sheets in between Johns, that you can get this shit. If this guy, you can just by laying on the fucking sheet.
Yeah, I
Get
don't
the
want
shit
them
out of
to
me.
crap. You
And
know,
that's bullshit.
Yeah.
You got to stick it in it.
that all bullshit.
Yeah,
stuff.
but it's bullshit, but it was effective bullshit because it worked, because I didn't stick it into anybody. It was there.
I can't believe you never went and got yourself a little ladyboy, Tom.
Hey, you know, the military in
That's
in
why
America,
they invented condoms.
Rub and
Hold
scrub's
on.
really great. $2
the American,
an apple, you get a rub and scrub. $2,
hold on, the American
$2
military,
and an apple. A rub and
the
scrub.
American military could
What-
take a page out of the Roman handbook where they take the women that are going to be servicing the men, they fill their mouth with bear lard, and then they just let the guys go at it.
Yeah, Tom,
Yeah.
what did they do with the apple, for fuck's sake?
They ate the apple because apple was a delicacy in Thailand. Big time.
I tell you what, the delicacy
time.
in Thailand, my
You
nuts.
can you can get laid in Thailand for an elf. No, you're nuts. Would they sit there and go, "Nah, come on, let's pour some hot sauce on them, chop them up, grill them, let's go."
Hey, talking about, man. You
Easy.
Put them in a
half,
fry 'em in an
half
egg.
a
and have
pound
them
of
breakfast.
rice, you can have a whole village.
I know. Listen, I'm starting to GoFundMe. We're gonna get a village sent over to me. I'm gonna keep it in my shed out the back.
Yeah,
You know,
you have to move your
Americans used to do
guitar
that.
shop back up in the attic.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a little shed full of pygmy people.
Americans used to do that, but when we let them all go, we had to offer them 40 acres and a mule.
No, is that like Men in Black when they opened the locker in Grand Central Station and they had a whole community inside that locker?
Yeah. Something up.
Yeah, that's when you find
I'm
out.
gonna have a shed full of illegal immigrants, illegal aliens.
So, Gemma,
And then at night they're going to clean your shit up, right? At
Yeah.
night their job is just to clean your
Oh,
shit
I'd
up.
love that. Could you imagine that? I'd love to be able to walk up my workshop and then go back in the morning and everything's just fucking clean.
Oh,
That
Tom,
makes a mess.
you're a minute over, Tom.
Have a look at this.
What?
Hang on, before you go, let me
The
show
TV
you.
hasn't come.
Let me show
TV
you.
hasn't come. We're going to hang for a while.
We're going to be here until the TV gets here.
Tom, look at this so far.
All right, hold on. Wait, let me present you. Here we go. Oh, damn.
Yeah, there was a picture earlier.
I've stained it now.
He did a little video.
What is that? Hazy, what
That's
is
where
that?
the batteries go in.
It's oak.
Huh?
It's
Looks
oak
like
with a-
2D
with a-
cell batteries go in it.
And on the back, there's a layer of 2 layers of ply.
Man,
Oh,
that
damn,
is.
that's going to look good.
Yeah.
That's looking good. And no, Cat, we ain't cutting yet. We're waiting for TV. We need to keep the stream going so I can see the TV works. So we're going to try to stay. I might get drunk, but we're going to try to
It's gonna
stay.
look good.
That looks great.
Thank you, Bud.
All this
Yeah,
is made of scrap wood. All reclaimed scrap wood that people.
That's somebody's countertop out
Yeah.
of their kitchen.
This
I
was
remember
somebody's
when you.
kitchen. This
No,
was
I
somebody's
remember
kitchen.
when you put the plug together, Hazy. I remember when you put the plug together.
Yeah, I made Mark M's guitar out of this piece of wood as well.
Okay.
So it's coming on nice.
Well, Tom, y'all have a go, and I got to run.
Okay, Anthony. We'll catch you later.
Anthony.
Look at
Y'all
that.
later. Have fun, everybody. Later.
Later, Anthony.
Oh,
Oh, look what I've got. The American way.
The American way. Hold on.
Oh, cookie dough chocolate. Yum.
You know, since I'm trying to prolong working on the car and doing videos and everything else, I took up another hobby, and it's called baking. And
Oh, nice.
I have developed an awesome cookie that has Pat addicted.
Huh.
So we're trying another one. Nancy and I went out, and I'm trying another one, and it's a chewy chocolate, like a brownie cookie with butterscotch morsels inside.
Oh
And
yeah.
Oh gosh, that sounds good.
Yeah, so that's and if it works out, I'll send all of you, if you send me your address, some.
And
Really?
2 box tops.
Yeah, well then Hazy, when Hazy and Jenna get it, they can sit there and use it to sit there and carve stone in the tablets and stuff, you know?
You remember those old commercials? 2 box tops and 2 box stops and 50 cents, and we'll send you this crazy little worthless toy. Some cereal company.
Yeah, right. Oh, who popped in on the bottom? Who's on the bottom? Who came in? Hang on.
Oh, good. We got another one. We can have 6 again.
Johnny 5. Johnny!
Yo.
Johnny 5.
Hey!
Yo,
What's up, Johnny?
Johnny.
Good to see you.
Hi, Johnny White.
I'm
Now we
still
got
waiting
3
for-
Brits and three Americans on the same station.
I'm still waiting for.
And they're all, Brits are on the bottom and the Americans are on the top.
Yeah, but I'm Welsh, so I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, you're
American.
United
Hazy
Kingdom.
doesn't count.
Yeah.
Hazy's an American. He's been here.
Oh, there we go.
All right. So
He's a card carrying member.
Johnny, what's going on?
Well, I've been decorating kitchen, and now I'm going to get stoned.
Nice. I've met 3
Well,
people.
we're
on
going to
this.
end up getting a little tipsy tonight.
Jimmy C's here.
Only
Okay.
if I had a drink as well.
All right. Hold on. Who wants to go down? Jimmy C's here. Whoa.
Look at Captain Jerk. He's like
Did
first
we
one to
lose
jump on a
her?
grenade.
Now, was that an accident or?
I don't know.
Captain, that's Captain ducking out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cat
okay. Well,
ducked
that's
out.
nice of him to
He
let you
does
know.
it.
I couldn't leave.
Thanks,
could I?
Cap.
Jimmy C, guess what I found out? I know it's not that important.
Thank you,
but
Captain Jerk.
I know where FedEx is now. I
Bye.
totally forgot about it. I used to live in the neighborhood where the FedEx was. I used to ride my bike up over there where the main
Oh, Gemma just. Why did,
FedEx.
Gemma just failed. Come back.
Well, because Captain left, so she's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
I know
Okay,
where
Cat,
FedEx is
come
now.
back.
Jimmy.
And actually, I'm surprised she stayed through all my visits to the house of.
She
Ilby
did.
Hughes
She
and the
stayed with
State
us
of
for a while.
Hey, Tom, I bow to your
Yeah.
legend. Been banging worldwide.
Actually,
Listen, I'm
the
so
best. Okay, the best time I had was called the tilt-a-wheel. It cost $150, but there was a girl who had her legs out like this, and she was on a rope swing like
Yeah,
this,
huh?
and they lowered her down on you and spun it.
Oh, now that sounds like
Shut
fun.
the
That's
fuck
worth
up.
$150.
Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up, Tom. You're full of
Yeah.
shit. Fucking talking.
I'd pay $150 for that.
That's
But
fucking nonsense.
Hazy, been
Listen.
there, had that.
Like a wheel.
Listen, you read that in the book. They
No, I
don't
didn't.
lower it down on you and then fucking spinner. What the fuck?
So how many of those tequilas did you have, Tom? Is that what you went in
Oh,
the house
God.
for? Was to get another bottle of
I
tequila?
mean, your head was spinning. Not
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go into one of those houses there.
Listen, did they
To-
lube you
to
up
find
good
out the
first?
truth,
Because
you
otherwise
can't-
you could have twisted it off.
all she had to do
You
was
do,
clench
you
her
do
teeth,
not
that
lube
made
the
it.
probe, you lube the receptacle.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to figure that out.
Oh, dear, you are
Works a
funny.
lot better.
Well, all right, Hazy, come out here. I'll show you a few things. You better
Oh,
not
fuck
bring
you.
your
No, you
wife.
won't, Tom. No, you won't.
You better not bring
Yeah,
your
we're going to
wife.
have another one. We're going to have it at Hazy's house. I mean, at Tom's
Hey,
house
won't
next
you leave
year.
the country without being deported?
Listen, you're all welcome to fucking come to the UK, you know. I'm sure I can fucking organise a little shindig.
I'm working on it. I still need to get a passport.
I haven't had enough time leaving the state.
Hey, I'll be
with
okay
my-
in lockdown.
I have hard enough. Hey, Jimmy, I
Oh,
have hard
who's
enough
down
time
there?
leaving the
Hold
state,
on.
Listen,
let alone
listen,
the state.
Cap's back. Sorry, Cap.
listen,
Damn.
your
It's
50th birthday. You all got plenty
Sorry.
of time to save up. You got
Hey, Jim.
5 years. You got 5 years to save up to get over here for my 50th.
I'll keep playing the lottery. Till
All right,
then.
I'll put it on my calendar. I need to get the passport. Need to make
5
sure
years to get
we
to
need
your
to get
50th
COVID over
birthday.
with. Need
So
to get this.
at 75, do I want to travel to the UK?
Why bother to get a passport? I can't even halfway leave my house, let alone my city.
Exactly.
You're wasting
How's
your
it going,
money.
Jimmy?
Those passports only last for so long. You got to renew those.
10 years.
Fire.
10 years.
Jimmy, do you know the other day your live show? Do you know like the first 6 minutes you didn't think you were live, but you were?
I wasn't live.
You weren't live?
It wasn't
You were
public
live?
until
What?
after the fact.
Ah, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew. If you listen to those first couple minutes, I'm telling the wife that it will
Yeah, I
be.
know.
We're on private now, but when it uploads, people will be able to hear what we were saying.
There's a lag there. It's like a minute or
yeah.
a couple of minutes.
Well, no, because I started the stream in private so that I could go and
Yeah.
do,
It wasn't
you know,
public. I
put the
understand that.
thumbnail on.
I was
it,
watching. I
Well,
was
see,
like,
it
holy
takes
shit.
about Jimmy. It takes about 30 seconds to a minute for the
No, he was there. He was
notification
there
go
for
out
like
there.
6 minutes.
Yeah,
Sorting his shit out, eating his food.
Yeah, I
I
did
was
like the
thinking-
first
No,
5
I
minutes.
watched.
I
doing
was
shit,
thinking,
man.
holy shit! Any second he's gonna bang dollars on the table now before the show.
No.
No,
That's
No, I
opinion.
know that when you go live,
When you do 7 hours.
when you do a private through Zoom, it will record everything. When you take that private and make it public, it will put
Yeah.
everything into the recording. We found that out the hard way.
Oh, did you know?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I was talking all kinds of shit before the stream.
Oh fuck! I know. I went live once when I was fucking practicing the song. I was supposed to press record on OBS, but just above record is go live.
Yeah.
You know, and I fucking pressed go live instead of record, and I'm sat there, fucking thinking I'm just there on my own, but I'm fucking live to the world. And there's people in the chat saying, "Do we even know he's live?" I'm thinking, "Fuck." Good job I wasn't
I
fucking
think
picking
I
my
think
nose.
I was there for that, wasn't I?
You might have been. You might have been.
I've had that "Can you wake him up" one.
Can you wake him up? Yeah, that's a bad one.
Wow. Apparently, we got quite offensive last night.
Did
I
you?
hadn't noticed.
I didn't notice.
Offensive to who?
You know, someone.
Monetization.
One
Who?
of the people Captain introduced me to left a message.
Oh,
man.
she was
Also, need
irritated.
everybody good night. When you leave your message.
Was she irritated?
He apparently he's like, I can't take the anti-Christian. How did he put it? Freaking anti-Christian shit talking. I'll come back when I'm not so offended.
Oh, bye. Bye.
Like, I'm pretty sure I wasn't pushing no anti-Christian agenda.
Yeah, anyways, bye. Bye, fucking buttercup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's not
Yeah, I
no
don't know where
buttercup.
that came from.
Oh, where did Hazy go?
I don't think we were bashing God or Christians.
No,
Just
not
hold up
not through
Hold on
any
for a
part of the
minute.
show. I did have to twist on some millennial brains, but you know, towards the end of the show, you know. But
Okay.
oh, I didn't even know the dude was in the fucking chat, but whatever.
Somebody I know?
Yep,
Oh. Okay.
has one of these, but it's gray.
Foot
Oh,
tapping going on here.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's why you were late to the show.
What, me
No,
today?
the guy with the gray beard.
Oh well, yeah.
Sorry about that.
I had a hell of a show last night, though. I got.
Well, I'm sorry, I missed it. I saw the notification.
Oh no big deal, man. We had a great show.
I missed it too, Jimmy. I'm
Well, I
sorry.
knew this show was coming up, so thought
So
Hey,
this is the neck of
Hold it,
Bill.
wait. Hold it, wait. We gotta present Hazy here. Hang on.
Oh.
Bear with me, Hayes. I'm working on a stupid.
we'll get you a
laptop
desktop.
here.
That's the next.
There you
part.
go. Oh, cool.
Sweet.
So what brand are those? Those
Tuners.
tuners.
They're just Amazon fucking Chinese specials.
Oh, okay.
Just nothing special. Just,
Okay.
but watch, I'll stick it together when I'm shooting there.
But you got to remember, last time I looked at any type of guitar, it was back, God, let's see. I was 16, 15 years old. Oh, man, that snaps in nice. Oh, that is a
Looks like
real
it was
nice
tailor
fit.
made there.
Dude.
Couldn't ask for better than that.
Oh, that is
It's too bad you can't put them in the mail that way.
You can't fucking see it.
Right or anything.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
It's
man.
fucking sweet, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
this is your, Hazy, this is your first full-scale 6-string guitar?
Well, from scratch, yeah. Like I built every single part of this. Like it was all just bits of wood. Like I made every single bit. I made Jack a 6-string, and David Collins a 6-string, but I already had the necks. I didn't build the necks. You know, I just built the body.
This is
Yeah.
your first proper.
This is my first proper 6-string, yeah.
String electric guitar.
Like scratch build, yeah.
Awesome.
And,
cheers to you on that one.
Yeah, cheers, Hazy.
It's come out amazing so far. You know?
Yeah, that's incredible.
That is awesome.
I'm not saying that to be polite. That is great.
I can't wait to
And
see
you know the thing about it? All I had to make this, all I had was tools and wood. I didn't have no blueprints. I drew all the blueprints myself. I drew everything. All I had was a ruler and a pencil and some paper. And I drew the design and then I built it, and it's exactly what I drew.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, look what the cat dragged into the chat. VW Nut. What up, brother?
Brian,
what's up, Brian? How you doing?
Dude?
Mm-hmm. Long time no see, Brian. Hope you're doing well.
Long time no
Brian.
Brian, how's everything going?
Right.
But just to be able to build, and Tom, have a look at this on the back of the neck.
Uh-huh.
I know where that came from. Hold on. Wait. You guys want a bumpy ride for a minute?
When
Here we
the neck is in the body, you can't see that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know?
But
yeah, turned out really well.
But hold on. Now it's my turn.
We can't see you. We can only just see me.
Yeah, unpresent.
My turn.
No more you,
Daisy.
Here we go. Sorry for the movement, but see what my tool bench has on it?
Oh, yeah.
Hazel
And
Daisy.
then we go down one more further. I like this one the best.
What the fuck am I needing? What the fuck have we done?
Oh,
That was his test.
You
Test
just melt the
run.
thing.
I didn't sand anything down yet. You know, you got to sand it down to sit there. I didn't do anything yet on it. So, all right, hold on, guys. Not to get you sick or anything, but it is.
I'm feeling nauseous, as they say.
I'm not the best at putting cameras back where they belong. See, and this one's cooked everything. Oh,
Well, don't worry about it. You're gonna have to change it all anyway.
yeah. Well, sound almost like my wife.
Yeah, but this haven't been stained yet. The neck haven't been stained at all. You know?
No, we'll go back to Hazy. Here we go.
Yeah, there's no stain on this because
what type?
The same color.
Okay, what type of stain you think you're using?
Well, the same as what I put on this. It's mahogany. This is only one coat. It still needs a lot of sanding. I just wanted to chuck a coat on, see what it looked like, you know.
Yeah.
It still needs a bit of sanding and a bit of smoothing up. I think I want to drop this down a little bit. See how thin that is there? I want to thin it up a little bit more because that's the comfort zone for where your hand is, you know?
I can't wait to hear that. I really can't.
I mean, I got two humbuckers, two nice humbuckers for it. Yeah, it's turned out really well. I've made a few mistakes along the way, but I've rectified them. That's what on here I made a mistake on the neck. So instead of trying to hide it, see that I routed a bigger piece out and patched it. Yeah, just so it stood out. I thought I'm not going to hide the mistakes. I'm going to make them stand out much clearer. You know.
Yeah,
but
that looks awesome.
All this is just hand carved. You know, and it's a nice. I've done it for my size hands. It's a nice size neck.
Hazy, go back up to the neck to where it hits the head. There you go. That right there. That you're showing, that looks awesome. God, you can't get that by doing machine work. It's all hand. You got to look at it and know it's all hand.
Yeah.
That right there. That's what impresses me more about the guitar.
There was a big round thing on here that was gonna have Hazy Days on, but there was a few mistakes along the way, and it ended up being like that. But I think it looks okay.
Okay.
You got to make mistakes. A man that made no mistakes made nothing at all. That's the quote of the day.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, you can take this camera off my big head now. Cheers.
Cheers. I bet you haven't seen fat tire in a can.
See, my hair looks so bad. Look at my hair. Welcome to Hazy.
It's all hazy. I was going to show you how messy my hair was because
I'm sorry, it's all
I didn't
hazy.
have time to wash my hair. A friend of mine from work called and I was on the phone.
Use the Crafty Plus. It's good for your health.
Oh, I got away. I just need to wash it. That's the only problem. It's dirty.
Okay. What? We're whistling?
Somebody is trying to.
Somebody is. They're trying to.
Captain.
I don't know where it's coming from, but I hear it.
You've been having lessons.
I see movement in the beard.
BW Nut, do you want to come up for a little while?
Hello, Brian.
Yeah,
Brian,
why not? I mean, we get somebody to sit there and stand down for.
Well, I'll drop down. I'll be the volunteer.
I'm just doing word search. I'm gonna go.
All right. Well, you can have.
Thanks for having me up, Tom. I'm gonna go to the chat. Hey, Jim.
Yeah,
Hey,
let me
Johnny.
put the link in.
Hey, Hazy. Later, Dave. Thanks for coming. Later.
Thank you. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you,
Thank you, Captain Jerk.
No, he doesn't. You don't go until the other person comes up.
Oh, he doesn't want to come up.
No,
you don't want to.
You just lost one.
Stay.
Uh-huh.
Well, Captain, we didn't want.
Anywho.
Well, we got room. Anybody else? If anybody's just...
we're waiting till 4 o'clock, a little bit after, for the TV to go up there.
Yeah, I'm putting
so UPS is going to
the whole reason for the TV is for my YouTube video, so we're going to hang.
I'm putting a 32-inch up in kitchen tomorrow, not wall.
Okay, that's cool.
When's Brian making more videos?
Johnny, granted, you're bigger than me, but I'm putting a 40-inch up.
Woohoo.
I need to make more videos. Okay, somebody had watched my channel. I don't know who they are. They said they were a scrapper and they knew Ian.
Right,
they said you need to make more videos, and I said I got a few plans. Some stuff's on the way, so you guys, you should expect to see some stuff.
Yeah, when was the last time you made a video?
No, before the last video I did on the car when I'm sitting there taking the interior out and all that and everything. Yeah. David, you commented on that video, and I sat there between that video and all. I got a bunch of I keep doing videos and I'm sitting there going, you want to, no, I don't want to load that up. No, I don't want to load. Nah. Well, and then I put it together. I edit and put it together. No, I don't want to do that. And this has become so much an evolved thing. If I come out here to do 20 minutes of work on the car, I got to do 30 minutes of film prep. You know,
and then editing.
Yeah.
No, well, that's why I haven't filmed
a 5-minute film. You do 30 minutes of editing.
It gets in the way sometimes. Did anyone see the little 15-second video I put up of Harry?
Yeah, but you couldn't comment on it. You made it
with a bald head and a beard.
I sent you a message on Facebook.
Back up what you said because everybody was talking over you and I couldn't hear you.
I said, well, everyone did see it, but the video I put up of Harry with a bald head.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't see it.
That was some funny shit.
I'll have a look.
It's just a 15-second video. Yeah, it's real
short. It's only a 15-second short, but it's some funny shit.
Well, you know, shorts are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I used that video to get the size of T-shirt for Harry. You know, Las Vegas Golden. Yeah, and Nancy's looking at it going, why she's got a bald head? I said, that's hazy. Why she's got to go, that's hazy. That's all fake. He's cute. He's got blonde hair. Leave him alone. Look at the body size. Buy a T-shirt for that.
No, it's not my face. It's not face swap. It's his face. It's just a Snapchat filter that turns him bald and gives him a beard. I got loads of him.
I kind of figured that, but the thing of it is I just wanted Nancy to sit there and get over that. She's looking at it, what, a 5-year-old kid with a full goatee? Get over that.
Yeah, no, he's 4.
Find a shirt to fit the body. And
he's 4, Tom. He's 4.
I know. Well, now I know.
Yeah, the last time I saw him, he was 2. I can't believe that.
I know. He's come a long way since then, Dave.
It's
actually, yeah.
Time goes by so fast.
Was 2. He was laying in bed with Hazy, and I'm talking to Hazy, and we did it on what was it? I can't remember. And it sit there, and I told Hazy that's when I'm sending him the guitar that I screwed. Went one way, and went the other way, and didn't need that way, and felt fine. Let me send him this fucked up mess. And that's what I caught. Well, actually, for me to sit there and put it back to where we could play consulate 6-string on it, I didn't like the guitar as. You know, when you get a guitar and you start playing and you feel the guitar, it's oh yeah, this is one with me, or yeah, this works with me. Well, that guitar, I got it and it never did that, and that's why
this one's gonna do.
And that's where I went the other direction with it. So yeah, so I'm still trying to figure out if I want to pick up another 6-string or not, but I don't know. I could make my own music in between my time-lapse videos.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Gonna have to learn how to tune it and how to play it and how to do it all again. And that happened when? When was it? Hold on. Wait. I was, born in 1950. And I sat there and started doing all this stuff when I was 14 years old and quit when I was 16. So.
Time to learn.
Is that when you was born? 1950?
Yep.
My mum was born 1954. There you go, you old bugger.
I'm older than you, Johnny 5. Yeah.
I'm 45 next month.
You're 45 next month.
I'm feeling good. So
I think he thought you were older than her.
No, I'm roughly around.
Carrie and Company. Hi, Tom and panel. Okay. Hi, Carrie. Okay.
Hi, Carrie.
Hello.
Waiting for the big screen so I can read the chat better and swooping in. God, I hate that.
So what's going on? You're waiting for a TV to come and be installed?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
waiting-
on that big wall. That's on that blank wall behind him. You see that wall, or
Hold
goes
it
up
here.
in an angle? It's like a staircase.
Yeah, I've seen it in this video where the bracket.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. UPS
Yeah, I've
is
seen
supposed
it.
to deliver a TV today, and it's between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. I keep looking up there for the clock because that's where I had the clock hung up. But no, this is TV for you guys, YouTube guys, and that's all I'm doing it for. And other reasons, but you gotta create. No. Here it is for you guys. You gotta create your man cave when you can.
Oh yeah.
Because if you don't, you'll get screwed.
I'm sat in it right now.
Well, my whole apartment is my man cave.
Hey, Carrie
Don't tell me. Listen, I'm the master of man caves. Don't tell me.
Yeah, he made a man cave. You ought to see his.
He's got one up there and one out there.
Well,
He's got got two. He's
has
got the attic and the shed.
two man caves that I know of.
I've got 2 caravans, a shed, and my man cave in it. With right.
Carrie Ann, what's going on?
Stop,
Okay,
If I
Carrie
didn't
Ann.
have my if I didn't have my workshop and my little studio in my attic, I don't know how I'd cope with life. Seriously,
You've got to go somewhere, haven't you?
No,
I got my
the only thing I hate about this house is because this has become my retirement has become my realm. This is where I live. When I get up in the morning, Nancy comes home from work. We sit and watch our TV shows that I recorded at 10 o'clock. And at 10 o'clock, now it's me, house time. I get to sit there and I need to do what I need to do, fix the house. Now it's in here in the garage. This is my man cave. This is my realm. And this is what that's it.
Why not?
I mean,
living in the
Well,
cave.
your psychologist would ask you, how do you feel
Tom,
about
what's
it?
the biggest thing? What's the biggest thing you've ever had in your man cave?
I'm hoping for you, Hazy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's next summer. As soon as this COVID's over with, I'm getting a passport. Hazy's getting on a plane. We're all getting on a plane.
Actually,
And we'll get the hotel. We'll get the hotel mess sorted out. There's not going to be one person in a great big room, with 2 queen size beds in it. We're going to fix it.
No, actually,
We're going to get this together.
At one time, underneath the stairwell here,
Mhm.
this little niche in the garage, there were 6 small block Chevrolets on those. Oh God, there was.
Are you telling me you've had 6 small black Chevrolets in your man cave?
Small
yeah.
block.
He had a bigger
Chevrolet.
garage at one
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Fucking that's a hell of a stretch.
Oh, well, there was a 60, what is it, 62, because they didn't make it 6, oh no, they didn't make it 82, they didn't make an 83 Corvette, and there was, or was it an 84 Corvette? There was the last year Corvette they made before, when they did the stoppage, it was here, and we were trying to flip it. There was Pat,
Was that
T-Dub, and I were
still plenty
flipping
of space
cars
in your man cave?
right and left. Huh?
Was there
Hold
still
on.
plenty of
What?
space in your man cave? Cheers.
Santa's face in my man cave?
I said, was there still plenty of space in your man cave
Oh yeah.
after
Oh,
you
yeah.
stuck quite a lot of stuff in there?
No. Actually, there one time in here was the Camaro 83 Corvette and 2 dirt bikes. And yeah. And the dirt bikes were teed up Pat because I definitely stopped riding. All right.
You could park 2 cars in there anyway.
Have you ever just put a
Bikes
finger
were
in your man
probably up
cave?
against where the water heater and stuff were.
Hold on, wait. Hazy sat there and said something. David, wait.
I know. I can't even talk.
Hazy.
Well,
All right, Hazy, where in the hell's Dizzy?
I said, have you ever just put a finger in your man cave?
Oh, a finger? Actually, right now, there are 10 fingers in my man cave.
Holy shit, you are a fucking beast.
Well, at least had a few tequilas.
Is that another bottle you've just opened?
Yeah, the house got a new bottle.
Tequila.
Holy shit, you're drinking a bottle a week.
He had to go get a new bottle of tequila. He drank it.
Yeah, I did. What did
I
you
dropped
go?
the flat screen TV. It's
You
not
know,
like
Tom, you can't sneak anything past
Listen,
me. I'll
he's
figure
fucking
it
drunk.
out.
He
I'll
drunk
do
that
it.
since last week.
Oh, buddy. We're good. We're
a brand new 40-inch TV, and I dropped it.
what's better than a brand new TV and a bottle of tequila now?
No, that tequila was purchased about a week and a half ago.
Yeah, it's if you.
Because I had another one that had that much in it when you guys came last time. So
yeah, that's a lot of tequila you go through.
I ain't had a drink since New Year's Eve. Well, New Year's.
All right, Dizzy.
Hey, you put the hair on your bald spots.
Dizzy, we got an APB on you. Get your butt up here.
Light a fire.
We got a fire. We'll light it under your butt.
Bonfire night.
See this? I got my video camera in my front porch. I'll keep waiting for UPS because I got the headphones on. Sitting there waiting for them to deliver the TV because
we can see them, Tom.
Alexa, show cam one.
You took them off to show us. We can see them.
Yeah.
I know this flat tire, it says 3.2, but I know they put more alcohol in this stuff. 3.2%.
Holy shit. Are you sure it's not a conspiracy?
I don't know what they're doing. But you look it up online, it says alcohol content, 3.2%.
So
I knew there's more alcohol.
So hey, you got this weekend. If stuff around the Las Vegas Valley that you in that box, you throw in the box because Monday comes, the box is being shipped.
Well, I mean, it's a very generous offer. I mean, what do you mean? Can I just go shopping in Las Vegas, is what you're saying, and chuck it in the box?
Yeah, well, hold on. It's going to be a very small box, so don't sit there and order a car.
Listen, we'll see.
Have to be a Matchbox car.
We'll see how big the box is going to be.
Hang on. Jesus.
Listen, I'm only joking.
I know. I'm going to have fun with that. Jesus.
That's in full color, that as well, you know, that camera.
No, I'm trying to go through my
what camera?
boxes, which I have a story here.
Oh, somebody pull my finger.
There you go.
Grass is green.
See, it's going to be in one of these boxes.
That's not a box, that's a fucking envelope.
It's folded.
That's a small telly.
Oh, yeah.
Little portable battery operated television.
Listen, Tom, I tell you what I am fond of. I tell you what I am fond of.
Everybody be quiet. Hey, everybody be quiet for a minute. Daisy, I figure your T-shirt's going to take that much space. You got this much space. What do you want?
Okay.
Seasoning? Come on.
Anything I want. I am fond of that chili powder you sent me.
Oh, you like that stuff?
I love it, to be honest.
He's fond of gummy bears as well.
Gummy bears I like edibles and I like chili.
Can you give me 3 weeks and I'll send this thing out with all those wishes?
You're gonna take as long as you want, Tom. As long as you fucking want.
Okay, cool. But yeah.
Yeah, that you were right. That chili powder is something special.
That's some good shit. And
yeah,
actually, here's one for you, Hazy. Can you get corn tortillas, flat corn tortillas there?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what you do. Get some cheddar cheese, get some onions, get a couple of bell peppers, 1 bell pepper, be exact, because I kind of figured this is going to be for you. Maybe Jack might like this, but take a pound of ground beef, fry it. As you frying it, sprinkle some of that chili powder on it. Not liberal, not a lot, just little. Okay. And once you do that, then you keep stirring it. And then once you realize, don't drain the grease because the grease is going to be part of your gravy. So once you get that done and everything else, dice up some onions, throw that in there. Dice up a little bell pepper. The funny thing about this recipe is you're going to throw half the bell pepper out because you're only going to use half the bell pepper for this.
Hey, listen, hang about, Mr. Fucking Moneybags. You don't throw it out. You put it in the fucking fridge till the next meal.
Oh, well, I throw it out, and I'm not.
Tom, didn't you do a video on this? Because I remember you making this.
Yeah, this is Santa Fe, New Mexico style enchiladas, and it's fucking.
And
awesome.
you got me wanting them, so I'm gonna get all those ingredients. I'm gonna make them, and I'll make a video.
No,
yeah, but listen, don't throw the other half of the bell pepper away, David. Yeah. You put it in the fridge and have it for an omelet.
Well, I'll just put it in my salad next week.
There you go. There you go.
You can freeze it. You can freeze bell peppers.
Yeah.
You can cut them up and put them in a Ziploc bag and put them in your
freezer. Mr. Vegas here just throws them away.
Just frivolously throws food away.
Just fucking sling it away. I mean, you know, I've had half of it.
That could feed that kid for a day.
Hey, that's me. When I buy a bell pepper and it'll cost me 45 cents, then when I get done with what I wanted out of it, I got 22 cents. 22 cents, put it in the refrigerator. Let's see, Nancy and I are going to eat bell pepper when? Not for a while. They will stay, what, 1 week? Oh, bye.
Well, yeah, you run into that same problem I do, but I am starting to have salad more.
You know, the more stuff you go on your fridge, the cheaper it is to run your fridge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what we did.
All right, I'm going to go back.
I'll have to do a video of it. But Hazy, this is called Santa Fe style enchiladas, and it's awesome. I just made them the other night, and to me, that's the when I first started dating Nancy, it was January 1972, New Year's Eve party. I remember this. This is my wife.
I remember that. Yeah, I was fucking swimming around my dad's left testicle.
Hey, I had the flu. I remember me.
But that's when we first met, and it was a good time. And her mother, when I went to dinner, served me this Santa Fe style enchiladas. Now the whole deal is you got stacked enchiladas with the sauce, the meat sauce that you're grilling with the ground beef, and you flat stock enchiladas. So you put a layer of the sauce you made, onions and cheese, and then you put another tortilla. And you do this, how many stacks you want. Then when you get done with it, you sit there and you fry an egg and you put it on top, okay? And this is after it's been in the oven because it's melting all the cheese that you put in there. Now you put the egg on top, you surround it with shredded lettuce and tomatoes, and go at it.
Sounds good.
Right?
Oh, yeah. I didn't get this fat for nothing.
Hard work and dedication, man.
Hard work, Jimmy. It was hard work.
Yeah.
That's why it took me 3 years to get rid of mine. Because I'd fucked it up for about 40.
Yeah, I don't see Johnny Five eating any Santa Fe enchiladas.
I tried everything.
This is really cool. I'm watching my video camera because Nancy's in bed. But hold on. Let me present myself. Oh, come on, teeth. There you go. But if you look, see the little pinnacle armrest on the guardrail at my front door? Last time I showed it, the sun was down. Now look where the sun's going. It's on Nancy's front, or it's on our front tire, the Equinox.
Yep.
So you do that too, Tom. You do weird stuff like I do.
What
Weird
did you say
stuff.
then, Tom? What did you just say then? It's on the Equinox.
It's a car. It's a brand of a car.
Well, when we
retired.
retired.
No, the Equinox is also a position of the sun, ain't it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's when the amount of daylight and the amount of dark is the same in the day. We're about to have an equinox.
It just threw me a little bit when he said.
It's usually around March 21st.
Well, no, Hazy. What came about was when I retired, I sat there and I looked at my ZL1 Camaro, which I had, and it was a go fast car, and it was a fun car to drive. God, I love that car. I wish I never got rid of that car, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But then
say hello to the Tucker family.
I retired. I couldn't afford an $800 a month, $800 a month car payment and insurance payment. I couldn't afford that anymore. So I sat there and I said, okay. So I went to my favorite Chevy dealer, and we traded in the ZL1, which was big bucks, and we traded in Nancy's Trailblazer. And I got Nancy a car, and I got me a car. Me was the Malibu, which I got rid of. Oh, excuse me. And then the Equinox was, Nancy's car. And so the bottom line is we always called it Nancy's car. And then now, lately, we were looking at each other, Nancy and I, and we're sitting there going, oh, it's not your car. It's not my car. It's our car. And we realized that. So now I just call it the Equinox.
We have Carrie Ann and company in chat, and she's just saying hi.
Hi.
And the Tucker family.
Already
said hello to Carrie.
Hello, Carrie.
Well, listen,
we
I
don't
gotta
want
go.
to ignore you, Carrie.
It's very late here.
Okay.
I hope you thank you soon, Tom.
Cheers.
Cheers. Tom, stay away from those hookers. You'll end up with fucking VD.
Oh. Heck, I want to go on
Hazy
ride.
Especially the ones that they lower down onto you and fucking spin.
Yeah, I want to go on that spin. I think that would be.
Oh, you do? David,
yeah.
Right now, the back end of this story. You want to know the back end of the story? So here it is.
Maybe I don't want to know.
Oh, there is a back. No, there is a back end.
Why'd you call it a back end when you told about hooker?
Oh God! Come on. Can I tell the story, or you want to play comments?
I suppose so.
Oh. Do you really, or what?
Listen, I'm going anyway, so you can tell it when I'm gone, and I'll listen in my dreams.
Okay. Well, you go. I'll wait for the story the next time you're on. And
no, listen, go on.
For me to tell this story, I need T-Dub here. So later.
Okay.
Later,
listen, it's been a pleasure.
Pleasure.
Bye, bitches.
Okay.
Bye, bitch.
Sounds good there, Tucker family. Glad
you. It'd be a good time to get a refill.
Because I still got another month of this cold.
Ooh, now look at the sun going down. Look where it's at now.
Oh, Jesus.
Look at now it's on Nancy's front tire. Oh, what exciting times. Okay.
He's using his port step as a bloody sun gauge.
Jimmy, the other night, what happened to me is I'm switching cameras out. I got 3 new webcams, and I'm trying to play with them. And I switched them out, and that's what screwed it up. And then there was a drunken idiot at the corner, sat there. All our stuff is buried underground, utilities, cable, everything underground. And so you end up at corners or intersections for people to aim their cars to, are boxes, utility boxes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this guy perfectly aimed his car towards that utility box.
Nice.
And I'm changing cameras, and the next thing I know, boom, internet gone. This ain't helping me out. So I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. That's what happened.
Oh dear.
Well, Tucker, you'll be happy to know that chickens actually take the cold weather quite well.
They do.
The guinea fowl, I don't know about them, but chickens do quite well. I have mine are out in the yard now, and they've been there all winter. This is this is what, my 4th year of having chickens in the yard, and they do quite well. I don't heat their coop or anything. They do quite well.
You don't have a chicken coop or anything. They just go.
Oh, I got a coop. That they stay in all winter. They don't even want to come outside when they see snow on the ground.
Oh, they don't.
They walk up to the door, see the snow, and turn right back around.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't know.
And if they do happen to fall out of the coop, they freak out and jump right back in.
Damn. I didn't know chickens had that eyesight to sit there and to do that.
Yeah, they'll look at the ground. They know what snow is, man.
Oh, man. Well, I've never been around chickens. Well, let's say in my adult age, I've been around chickens. Because
I remember being in college, I had this friend. He was trying to get into the into the Marines.
Yeah,
he got in the Marines, but he graduated from college. Anyhow, they had a house and they had chickens, and they said you got to have an experience here. And I said, what? He said, put these boots on. He said, you got to walk around in the pen where the chicken shit. And he said, you got to experience chicken shit. And I did. And I didn't get it on me because you had to put boots on to go in there and walk around.
Yeah.
And it's like slime. It's really gross.
Yeah, I don't have a walk-in coop, man. I open the door and.
Well, everybody has to have that experience. Everybody has to do it once.
And they do shit all over the place. But I don't have that many, and I have a big yard, so it really doesn't bother me too much.
Well, he kept the chickens in like a little pen.
The thing to sit there and say about chickens, they'll shit right where they're eating.
Yeah,
they'll shit right in their dick.
Shit.
They'll shit in their water if you don't put it up right. You don't set it up right. But the thing you got to with the chickens in the winter though is you got to make sure that they have water, and plenty of food, because they need a lot of food in the winter, a lot of calcium,
Yeah, and these people they have chickens.
Jimmy, is it to build the body heat with them?
It's because they burn a lot of heat.
Oh,
they expend a lot of energy trying to stay warm.
Wait. When they're in a chicken coop atmosphere, close to the outside elements, and they're sitting there on their they're burning a lot of energy just trying to keep warm.
Yep.
Damn, I didn't know that, man. I didn't know that.
Well, they underneath their wings can get up to over 100 degrees.
Yeah.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, really dense, thick feathers, though, don't the chickens?
Yep.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you got it right there. Water, food, and stay dry. That's it.
I got to go for a minute. Be right back.
Oh.
Ooh, just telecom. Yeah, I've got the bracket and that to put up a telly kitchen tomorrow, but I need to go get some trunking first to iron out wires. I don't like seeing wires.
They kept laying eggs. Yeah, it's all about the daylight. As long as they have the daylight, and chickens also know that it's not going to last that long. I put a light in mine to keep them laying, but we only got a half a dozen though, so
Still cool. We're in a built-up area here. We're not allowed to have chickens, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
I live in the country, man.
They allow you to have so many chickens. You can have chickens where I live. And my neighbor told me I never heard their chickens, maybe like twice, but it's like they have chickens. You don't even know they have chickens.
Yeah, as long as you don't have a rooster, you won't hear the chickens much at all.
No, they don't have a rooster. They just
the hens. The hens really don't bother any. I put one in us because guinea fowls, a blind night blind. Yeah, so not the chickens pretty much. You know, they really can't see shit in the dark. So I just got a little LED light out there. You know, it's enough to let them see what the hell they're doing.
Well, they don't make 100-watt bulbs anymore, but I thought you had like a 60-watt bulb, you know, keeping the place.
You can still get a regular light bulb, man.
Where?
A little harder to find, but you can get them.
Well, my mother has a lamp that was my grandmother's, great grandmother's, and it was an oil lamp at first, and it got rewired twice.
Yeah.
My great uncle wired it. Then I rewired it in the 80s when 100-watt bulbs were widely available. Now it'll only take a 100-watt bulb. You put a 60-watt bulb in it, it'll go. You wouldn't be able to see it, you know, because the lamp's over 100 years old. So every time I see a 100-watt bulb at a thrift store or something like that, I buy it. And I have a 100-watt bulb that I need to take to her right now as a spare. It's just an old-fashioned not energy efficient.
Yeah.
Gets hot light bulb. But she doesn't use that light that much. She uses it like when we have birthday parties or Christmas time. So
I don't have any males. Nope. I don't need no rooster.
I keep her in 100-watt bulbs.
I harvest eggs, not raise chickens.
I proved that a 60-watt bulb will sit there and keep a 4x4 insulated enclosure at 40 degrees with minus 20 degrees outside.
Well, see, my mother's lamp, you put a 60
with the 60-watt light bulb providing the power or the heat.
Yeah, see, it's not the issue she has is it's not the heat that the bulb provides, it's the size of the bulb. You'll notice if you put a 60-watt bulb and a 100-watt bulb next to each other, the 100-watt bulb's longer. So that lamp needs to be rewired again for 21st century LED bulbs. And it can be, but you know, stuff like that doesn't happen. Actually, it's 80 years old. It's not going to get rewired.
Dave, you can they make LED bulbs that just screw into old lamp fixtures.
Yeah, they do, but they're not big enough. They don't they go down in. You got to see this lamp. It hangs from the ceiling. It's wired into the ceiling.
Yeah.
It's a permanent fixture.
Yeah.
David, they make LEDs for any light fixture that is out on the market right now. They do because they want to get everybody. Because they want to get everybody in the country to convert over to LEDs. That's it.
Okay, Tom, I got a challenge for you.
Okay.
My mother is very.
All my lights are LED.
Bless your heart, Mom. If you happen to be watching the show by some mere chance,
okay,
you are stubborn.
You want me to premiere you, David?
Mom, you're going to have it your way. Mom is going to use a old-fashioned 100-watt bulb, and that's the way it's going to be. It's not going to be LED. It's not going to be adapted. It's not going to be this. It's not going to be that. It's going to be her way.
Yeah. Well, the bottom line comes down to it is what the government and the country is trying to get everybody to go away from is the incandescent light bulb.
Well, when you can no longer
and then when you get rid of Thomas Edison's what they want you to do is get rid of Thomas Edison's invention, or what was it? God, I can't remember his name, and I just reading. Who's his competitor? And get
Westinghouse.
No, there was another inventor. I can't remember. But
they had a lot of
the bottom line comes down to it is they want you to get rid of all your incandescent light bulbs, and I agree with them. Get rid of them. Let's go.
You will really notice a difference on your electric bill if you switch over to LED bulbs. I'm serious.
Yeah.
It will make your electric bill significant.
Oh, hell yeah. But I got 100-watt LEDs right here, man. Freaking.
All these lights are LED.
Doing
Real loud.
$30 for freaking how many? Looks like a 10-pack. A 12-pack.
Well, the electric company gave me a whole pack of them for free. All you have to do is call a toll-free number, and they'll give you light bulbs. They'll give you a pack of light bulbs for nothing.
But the thing of it is,
Trying
everybody
to
goes,
get you to save electricity.
and this is the killer for me. Is you'll sit there and you go, oh wow, I got this light pack, and this will sit there and save me 15%. Okay. And so you got packages there going 50%. No. Well, somebody, a mathematician inside the grocery store that's going to sit there and look at that package and go, 15%. My power bill was this, and I sat there. You see where I'm going? Who does that?
People do that.
You need a degree to go. Don't get me on that subject, Tom. You need a degree to go grocery shopping at all. I remember in my time, you'd go to the grocery store and you can get your essentials and get out of there. Now you go down the soda aisle. I'm just going to use soda. I don't think it's good to drink soda, but let's say you want Coke. Well, they have Coke, Diet Coke, Cherry Coke, Diet Cherry Coke. They have caffeine-free Coke. They have caffeine-free Diet Coke. I mean, you go to the grocery store, you go to everything in there is like that. You know, it's like you got all of these different kinds. I don't remember that. I remember you went in the store and all you had was Coke and Diet Coke. I mean,
no, the actually funny the other day was going. And actually, it wasn't, no, not the other day, but it was just a little bit ago, talking to Quintana. He's been snow plowing for a long time. And the big thing was, I went for long. I mean, it was, to me, was like every 4 hours, a can of Coke and Hershey Crunch. I mean, the Crunch bar from Hershey's.
Yeah,
I mean, I was going
Hershey's
through
or
those
was
like
Nestle's?
I was Nestle. Well, whoever, Nestle's or what, the Crunch Bar, whoever, back in the 60s, I was going through those like there were no tomorrow, just to sit there and build energy. I didn't have the little 5-hour energy. I had to find energy. Where did I get energy? And I hated coffee. So I mean, it went round.
Do you still hate coffee?
No. I developed a taste of coffee when I was in the military, and that's a funny thing. Anybody, I'm sorry, and I'll say this, and probably get myself shot in the foot for it, but if you don't like the taste of coffee, join the military, because by the time you're in, you will be drinking coffee.
Well, you know, the Navy runs on coffee. I lived in a Navy town. I know. We used to do business with the Navy and their coffee machinery.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to shut this down because
it is after 4. UPS.
It is after 4. I said I will go to 4 for UPS. I wanted to install the new TV, new video monitor online, but guess what, guys? You get to see it next week. So,
all righty then.
All righty.
All
we'll
right.
see you next week, Tom.
All right, Jimmy C.
Just remember, you've had a few drinks before you put that telly up.
Yeah, I wouldn't want you to put that telly up now, Tom. I'd wait. I think you've had a few.
I'm gonna look in the box, but leave it there while the morning.
I wouldn't want that TV to get messed up. So.
It's easy.
I've got to put one up tomorrow.
Is that what you say? Cool. All right, guys. I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank Johnny. I want to thank Jimmy. I want to thank David. Hazy was here. Everybody have a good one and say goodbye.
Good night, Captain.
Bye.
Later.
Peace.
Out.